Yeah, but you need to post the thing.
Which one is it? Have you set? Is it live now? All right. I need to get the link, don't I? You're listening to Through the Trapdoor with the Malthusian Trap. The three of us locked in a room, making music and chatting shit. Yeah, that's alright. The audio's coming through. Hang on. Technical issues.
We are live.
Just yeah.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
While we amble around, because we've had some technical issues, I'm just going to share the link with everyone on the YouTube, on Facebook, because we've got the wrong link. So that'll take me 2 seconds. And it's my introduction, isn't it?
It is.
So yeah, I thought I would start with a bit of poetry today.
Go on then.
Adam had 'em. What do you think's that?
Balls.
Apparently that's the world's shortest poem.
Adam.
Adam had 'em.
What are they referring to? Testicles?
I don't know, but if you can think of a shorter poem, let's do it.
No, I don't think I can think of anything shorter than 2 words.
I can. It's still just 2 words, though, isn't it?
Hippopotamus?
It doesn't rhyme, it's just a word.
Hip hopopotamus.
I mean, everyone used to call me Damon Gayman.
Now it's nomad.
Yeah, but that doesn't rhyme now, does it? So that's still
Nomad
2
dad.
words. Nomad dad.
Nomad dad.
I suppose you can't really beat 2 words, can you? Unless one word rhymed with it, so it was like the same at the beginning and at the end. Adadad.
Adadad.
Do you know what I mean? Adadad. Don't know.
So, who's listening anyway?
No one at the minute. Kyle Tripp's
Hey.
listening.
Kyle Tripp.
I mean, the other short poem I remember was the skylark crawled across the broken sky. Beautiful.
My nan used to sing me a rhyme.
Go on then.
There was a man and he was mad and he ran up the steeple, pulled out his tiggly wag and showed it to the people.
Yeah.
There was a lady passing by, thought it very funny, picked it up, wiped it clean and sold it for some money.
Why haven't we done anything with that? Do you know what I mean?
Great line.
Some good lineage
Have
there.
you heard that one before?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think
Who
my
wrote
mum
Those
used to sing it.
people who wrote that?
Yeah, it's
It's,
a fucking
is it
work of
Dickens?
literacy.
Dickens.
Fucking
Dickens.
that.
Speaking of Dickens, I don't think I
Dickens.
can drink this jizzy tea.
Jizzy
All our
tea.
tea tastes of jizz apart from diamonds.
All I'm saying
Work that
is,
one out.
Jizzy tea. It
Listen.
really does taste like jizz. I can't drink that shit.
when you ask a man like me to make you a cup of tea, it comes with some risks. Like,
Jizzy risk.
jizz is the least of your worries. Like, we found this cookbook the one time on the internet. I think it's called like Natural Harvest or something. And it's all like a cookbook with like ingredients that include semen.
Okay, really? Is that
yeah.
for some new age shit?
I don't know. It's just some
Probably
guy
some
really
new
likes
age stuff, innit?
cooking
Even
with
that is
know
a
what I
semen.
mean?
weird diet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them
I
ones who
mean-
drink piss as well.
Apparently, it's good for you to drink it.
Yeah,
fried
it
things.
is.
Fry the shit off.
We talked about
Actually,
that.
you know, if you're a vegan,
Yeah.
right, would eating shit be classed as, you know, if
A
you
waste
you
product.
if you ate a meat eater's shit,
yeah,
Yeah.
because that would be
do you know what I mean?
that'd be a good source of protein for a vegan, though.
Yeah,
wouldn't
well,
it?
of course,
Yeah.
you'd be eating animal products.
Yeah, because you might. If I ate a bone,
Yeah, exactly.
you know, and I didn't digest
The
it,
thing is with
Natural
that,
Harvest. That's what it's called. That's what I said, isn't it? Here you go.
natural harvest.
a collection.
A collection of semen-based recipes.
A collection of semen-based recipes.
So, yeah, look out for it, folks. It's the ideal stocking filler for anyone that you don't like.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I got you a cookbook.
Brings a whole-
Come round for tea.
Yeah, and they'll be like, "Come round for tea." I've got
Exactly.
brings a whole new meaning to cock o' van.
What's cock in a van?
Exactly.
Don't know. Anyway, that's my
chicken
intro.
and wine.
That's my intro.
We haven't even said it yet.
What?
Through the trapdoor, isn't it?
Oh, no, just doing the poetry.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to introduce the program as well?
Yeah.
All right, you're watching Through the Trapdoor with the three of us.
Or listening.
James Cox,
Hello.
Douglas Bishop, and Damon Foster. And yeah, we're the Malthusian Trap, so we do music as well. Check that out.
And
check it
evening,
out.
Kyle.
Evening, Kyle. There are
Right,
other
Kyle.
people watching, but Kyle's the only one that said anything.
Oh,
anything.
okay.
What did Carl say?
Said evening, lads.
Evening.
Evening, Carl.
Evening. Everyone's probably watching that other link
Yeah.
that you put up. Coxie keeps fucking things up.
I didn't fuck it up.
He keeps messing up the links, so everyone goes and watches a link that says we're going live in a minute and then tunes in an hour later, pissed off.
Doug fucking took the computer up. He probably jizzed on it.
But
Yeah. My fault.
is that the theme for tonight?
Jizzy.
Right, we'll do the questions. Don't know. I'm half expecting people to be sat there watching the other link, but yeah, it is what it is. Right, we'll do a few lot of questions. We'll start with Mahala had a question, didn't she?
What was it? I didn't know what it was.
It was, when are we going to do a Christmas jingle?
A Christmas jingle.
Yeah, I'll leave that in your hands.
Yeah.
So does that mean literally a small...
Is it a song
jingle?
or is it a jingle?
Yeah.
A jingle is like Adam.
Adam.
Adam. Do you know what I mean?
That's not
Small.
a jingle.
Yeah, might as well be Adam, Christmas time.
Adam.
Get your dick out.
Christmas. Get your dick out.
Don't know. It's
Leave
just
it
a
all
small little jingle, innit? Like a couple of lines.
I thought a jingle was like a fucking
Something to go with your flogging, something. Do you know what I
you
mean?
put it on the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an advert for your radio show.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, we should do one, actually.
Oh, so you mean for the podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for the
instead of
podcast.
having the one that we have, you know, with palpitations pumping, we should do like,
We should just have palpitations.
All I want
with
for
sleigh
Christmas.
you know, what you need is with...
bells. Sleigh bells.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Ching, 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 ching.
Do you know what I mean? All I want for Christmas. Just do a rip-off of that. I'll dress as Mariah Carey. Buzzing.
Nice.
So are we going to do a Christmas jingle?
Yeah, we could do. We just get some, as you said, sleigh bells.
I'll tell you what, we'll do a Christmas jingle in time for the Christmas special, which will be in
2021.
a couple of weeks. Might even have it for Monday, but we'll try and do something.
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
We'll do something a bit. We'll do a proper one, a Malthusian Trap one,
What, a Christmas
and then we'll
song
sell it.
jingle?
Get Christmas 1. Fuck you, Geldof, you prick. I'll do another question. All right, I'll start with a light one. Yeah. Are there any music genres we secretly like? And that comes from Herman.
Amen.
Secretly like.
I mean, are there any music genres we actually like?
Yeah, loads.
Loads?
Yeah,
I
loads.
fucking hate music, you know.
Yeah, you do. I love
Shit.
music.
I don't know about secretly.
There's no secret. There's guilty pleasures, I suppose.
Go on, hit us up with some guilty pleasures.
I'm just trying to think of one.
I said last week I like Madonna. I like Lucky Star by Madonna. I think it's a tune. You might be my lucky star.
I don't know it.
It doesn't go like that.
But I'm the luckiest
Yeah, but not in that tone.
by far. Oh, sorry.
No, not tone.
You
But
baby, my lucky star.
not tone.
He's singing
The,
it better than Madonna, to be
Oh.
fair. She's
Fucking
not known
Eurovision
for her
special.
singing, is she?
It
Not
doesn't
in
go
Eurovision.
like that, though.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't.
You might be my lucky star.
That's better.
Yeah, and then the fucking
That's like Michael Jackson, isn't
the
it?
bridge bit
It does,
out
yeah.
is.
Man's coming out like Michael Jackson.
I'm trying to think. I
Genre.
like There Was a Mad in it. Mad.
He
There
done it
was a
again, he
mud.
still fucked it
There
up.
was a mud.
I don't know. Oh, I'm terrible at remembering tunes.
Genres is a weird one, isn't it? Because you can take something from most genres. So it's like even jazz, yeah, jazz is shit, but there might be the odd jazz tune that I think, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, I agree with jazz. It's very hit and miss.
Do you know what I mean? But it's like that in most genres, though. Like I'm not really like a genre person. It's like I just like listening to good music.
Do you class bossa nova as a genre?
What?
No. It's a
What the fuck's bossa nova?
It's a
Brazilian
beat.
jazz,
It's
isn't
a beat more than anything, isn't it? The
I
bossa
like,
nova. If you want to
uh,
do a bossa nova, the beats, the
Yeah.
rhythm.
But it's kind of a genre as well, though, isn't it? Because you don't really do it outside of Brazil,
Nova.
and that's like the jazz scene in
Well, no,
Rio.
people add like bossa nova rhythms to like different
Yeah.
genres, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not really like a genre like rock or something like that, is it? Or classical.
I don't know. You could put it in the same context as like let's
Adult
do a rock
contemporary.
beat, so it kind of
Yeah.
Is there a
Do you know what I
genre
mean?
you don't like? Like, I don't know, like goth's
Jazz,
pretty fucking
emo.
hanging, innit?
I like goth music, but traditional goth music, like the fucking 80s goths.
I don't like American fucking
Like metal-y type rap rock type shit.
all that. I don't like that 80s
Limp
rock.
Bizkit.
That's my favourite.
That 80s rock that you know what
Hair
I mean?
metal.
What, power
hair
rock?
metal, yeah.
Boston.
Boston.
That's classic rock, man.
More than a
Boston.
feeling.
That's classic rock.
That's fucking
No,
like,
not that. I'm on
that's
about
power
the
ballads,
really-
mate.
That's like 70s rock. That's
It's
not
on the
power
fucking.
ballad.
It's on every power ballad
Bonnie-
compilation.
Bonnie fucking Tyler is power ballad.
Yeah.
Boston's on every power.
And you know what they
power
do?
ballad.
Those kind of women
Bonnie
and
Tyler's
men who
decent.
sing that, they always grab the air.
She was on EastEnders, isn't it?
What, Bonnie Tyler?
Yeah, she was in EastEnders for a bit. She was
I'm trying to
Cush's
think of
mum, innit?
fucking- Who?
Cushway.
Kush.
Don't watch it,
Kids.
Never do I, but at the time I did.
evidently.
Listen, just because I know popular reference points, it's like Stormzy, innit?
Not a fan.
What about him?
Just don't like it.
I'm not
think
into
he's
his
alright.
music. I think he's an alright fella.
I don't know him.
Hey, because you know him really well.
No, he seems like an alright guy, innit?
I like some of his tunes,
Shut
man.
up.
His tunes are pretty gash, man.
I think some of them are alright.
I know, I'm not into his tunes.
I've not heard anything that I really like. The same thing with grime, though, to be honest. I want to like grime. But every time I sit down, I just think, I liked grime when it first came out.
Oh, that's a good one, Kyle.
What's Carl saying?
That is a very good one because I like that one as well. Nelly Furtado, Man Eater, is a guilty pleasure. What a tune!
I prefer...
Furtado, that's not. She's a man eater. He's on about another one, isn't he?
No, that's Nelly Furtado. She's a man eater on the dance floor.
I can work for, make
That
you
one, yeah.
sweat for... But you're on about
Yeah, I'm on
Hall
about.
and Oates.
Yeah, what's that?
That's the better one. Dum 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 dum
It's a man eater.
dum
Yeah, that one. I want, yeah.
That one.
No, there she goes.
That one. Yeah.
Watch out
Who
for
sings that again?
the Hall and Oates.
Who?
Hall and Oates. Daryl
What?
Hall and John Oates.
Never heard. I
You
never heard of
fucking
them. I've
have.
heard of the tune.
You've heard fucking
Bonnie Langford on EastEnders, you'd have twat.
Same one, innit? That's what we said. Who did you say?
Bonnie Tyler.
All right, yeah. So fucking same thing. Bonnie Langford, Bonnie
Yeah,
Tyler.
she's the dancer, isn't she? Bonnie
tell you-
Langford.
I'll
Nah,
tell
Bonnie
you.
Langford's a singer, isn't she?
No.
She's that dancer, ain't she, with the ginger hair?
I
I
don't
thought she was a
know.
singer.
I'll tell you another guilty pleasure is Pat Benatar. Love is a battlefield.
Tina
We are-
Turner.
Tell you what, one of my guilty pleasures
Boys Out.
is In the Army Now by Status Quo.
Mm,
That's a cover though. Isn't
I don't know it.
You're in the army now.
Never heard of it.
How have you never heard that? Yeah. You're
It's
in
that
the
pause.
army.
No.
Frankie Goes
Nah.
to Hollywood, Two Tribes.
That's not a guilty pleasure though.
That's
That's,
a
just a
top
great
tune.
It
tune.
is a good tune, but it's a guilty pleasure though, isn't it?
How's that guilty pleasure? It's a top
Not
tune.
allowed to listen to it.
Why not?
Because it got banned, didn't it?
Did it?
Nah, the other one did. Frankie says,
What,
relax.
do it?
Relax.
Yeah, that's a
Don't
tune
do
as well.
it.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
I didn't know if he was like of that like generation where
Forever 27.
where like the age generation. I didn't know if he died or not. You know, like
No.
Freddie Mercury. But yeah, we'll move on. I haven't really got any guilty pleasures. I like music that's good anyway. So even if other people
I'm going to
think
think
it's
of
shit.
one halfway
we'll get
through the
back to you,
next
yeah.
question.
Halfway through the next
hour,
podcast.
Yeah.
Bee
Sitting in
Gees. All right, I'll move on. Paul Godfrey asked, the last youth movement was the rave scene, in his opinion, because he says he doesn't know of any other youth movement, unless we can correct him. Has X Factor and those kind of programs killed youth movements, and if so, was it deliberate?
Well, you
I
could
think
say,
it was dead before even that.
You could say that there's like emo and death metal. That was all little scenes. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
but they're all little like subcultures though,
But
isn't
what
they?
about
Yeah,
like
they are,
hipsters
yeah.
and stuff? I mean, that's kind of a youth. It started in the youth, didn't it?
What?
and
Hipsters?
stuff.
Yeah, but that's
I don't
just
know.
a
That's
broad.
just gentrification, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's just that,
Gentrification,
yeah.
darling.
but
Darlings.
that's a broad spectrum. Is it hipsters? There's like hipsters with
Yeah.
toshes. There's hipsters who are into punk. There's hipsters who are into punk rap. Fucking
Plus, hipster is it's just a term you used to give people, wouldn't it? They used to say
Yeah,
that
it's
in
just
the
anyone
60s
with a
and
mustache,
shit.
isn't it? You're a hipster.
Yeah,
Got
or-
fucking tight jeans on. And then it's like, you got baggy jeans on, cut your hair. It's like, it's just a loose term. I don't know, youth movement wise.
Was rave more of a youth thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
defo, man, without doubt.
Definitely.
I mean, it's before my time, so I can't really
I was alive. I wasn't raving, no, was I?
I was part of it.
at the end.
No, in the through it. Not in the acid house scene. I was too young then. I would have loved to have been around.
That's the only period that I really like a rave, to be honest.
Yeah, but it went into some decent
Yeah, like
hardcore
old
stuff
school
after
and shit,
that.
innit?
Yeah.
I do like some
got
of the
into
90s
it.
stuff, but it's more for me, if I'm listening to dance music, it's acid house. Let me take you to a place I know you want to go. It's a good life. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, but they were still jamming those tunes even like into the early
Yeah.
90s. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, they did go into some alright stuff. I think, like, as a movement, yeah, I think that was the last big scale youth movement because it sort of like filtered into other parts of society, innit? Like, and then you went into the 90s off the back of that. So it's like, and then we had that change of government in it with like Tony Blair, and everyone loved Tony Blair and D Ream, and things can only get better. And everything was mint. Noel's house party, all come from the rave scene. Mr. Blobby wouldn't have happened unless everyone was twisted off the head on acid, innit?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
True.
the thing is though, that only happened as well, and like other movements before it, was because it was organic, essentially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Whereas anything now, anything that comes on the scene and can make a bit of dough, because then, you know, all the companies, everyone's all over it straight
They're onto
away
it
now.
early, aren't they?
They're onto it
And
early.
they shape it early as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
I
It's same
suppose-
as the Britpop scene, sorry. That got shaped. People go, oh, it was like this organic thing
Yeah,
with
that
music. It's
came
like, it's
out of-
bollocks. It was media created
It
bullshit.
came out of Manchester and that kind of thing. Didn't it?
Yeah, it come
Britpop?
out of that. Yeah, it wasn't its own.
I think that was
Yeah.
the tail end of the movement as well, though, wasn't
Yeah,
it? In the
well,
sense
it's the end
of, like,
of the movement, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Let's be
yeah.
honest. The Stone Roses album was the end, really.
The beginning and the
fucking-
end
The
as well.
beginning of
Album.
the end.
The beginning
pretty
and
much.
the end. Do you know what I mean? Like, because what album comes
Yeah.
out that really blows you away after that?
None. People can go on about Oasis, but they're talking shit. Oasis are wank.
Yeah, they were. I
Anyway.
like definitely maybe, but
It's
the
wank.
more I've
I listened to it recently.
Recently, it's just like it's boring. It's terrible.
Well,
music.
everyone says it stands the test of time because it captures that little moment. And yeah, maybe it does to a certain degree, but it's dated. You listen to it, it's just like boring. I didn't even make it through the first pass of the fucking album. I'm just like, this is going out the window.
Yeah, I mean, you've
Shit.
got like Dixie's Dinner, which has got to be one of the
Diner.
worst songs. Sorry,
Diner.
I
it?
thought it was dinner as well.
Oh, is it? Is it
I
one
don't know.
N or two N's?
Fuck knows. Who cares? It's shit.
yeah,
The thing is, the Oasis thing is though, I seen that documentary on a minute, and they said about how that fucking when we played Nebworth.
Yeah, I went
they said,
to that.
They said it was the last gathering of the people, and that's true if you think about it. What fucking event like that has happened that's
Heaton
been?
Park.
It's not the same, man.
It wasn't the same. It was.
That
Really
was just
plastic.
fucking. That was fabricated. It might have been the same as if Heaton Park Stone Roses reunion. That was the first gig, but they did a fucking full tour
Yeah.
through Europe. By
It
the
was
time they got
weird,
to
wasn't it?
Heaton Park, everyone was sick of them.
But
But
going when's the next album coming out?
I don't know with the youth movement thing. It's not as big as the rave scene, but these like little like the drill and all that, and road rap coming out of London. That is a youth movement because it's just fucking like fellas who are like fucking doing bits and bobs, trying to make something a little bit different for themselves, and a lot of them are in actual shit. I seen a documentary on it, and a lot of them are expressing what's happening to them on a day-to-day
That doesn't mean
basis.
to say it's a youth movement.
But it is
just
a
'cause
movement.
Some shit's happening to them.
Because
the rave
that's where
scene
the
weren't
grime
born
came
out
from.
of. The rave scene weren't born out of fucking acid house scene, out of people suffering and going.
Yeah, but it was
Was
a
it?
reflection, like it's a melting pot, isn't it? So the reason why the rave scene was so big was because of the disenfranchisement of the youth of that time, and then this thing happened that had the magic kind of components of like you had the drugs, the music, and the climate in terms of the political climate, and everything just went off. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of them because you could say Grime's done that as well. Like Grime wasn't even in they said Grime was dead 7 years ago, and now
Yeah.
it's all in the charts, isn't
No,
it?
that, to be
It's
fair,
not as big. Do you know what I mean? But it's probably the only one that's kind
to be
of
fair,
like that.
yeah, I was just going to say,
it's
grime
probably
is
big
the
now,
only
though.
is the only one out there that's.
So Drill's probably the next one, I reckon. It's already influencing tracks that are in the charts.
What is drill?
It's just like It's like
Is that
it's
when they're all like muscly lads and they're all like
it's like
drilling
fucking-
each other.
yeah?
Yeah, this is good. Yeah, look at me and my homies.
Are you coming to the bang bang party?
Nah, because the thing is with the drill is it's a mixture of grime and then
Makitas.
I guess trap as well from America, because that was the other big thing coming out of America, trap music, and that's what it is. I'm not into it. I don't think it's very good, but fuck it, it's what the kids
I
are
love
doing.
a good Makita with the Walt.
A Makita. I'm not into the Makitas because I bought a Makita double drill, and it was shit. Yeah, so I'm more
The Walt.
nah, not
No,
the
you're
Walt.
into that shit.
Erbauer.
You-
Boom!
yeah,
Get the
the
Erbauer out.
The
yeah,
B&Q homemade one.
Now, Erbauer lasts your time, innit? Until you lend a drill to Doug and it come back broke, innit?
It weren't. It was broken when I had it. It just van.
But yeah, the youth movement. Oh, the other part of the question was, has like things like X Factor killed it?
No.
No, I think it.
I just think people don't.
You've always had shit like that, I think, as well, haven't you? Shows like X Factor.
There's just too much.
There wasn't a youth movement for years before that started coming around with Pop Idol and all that shit, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
Music
you could
like
say
early
the last-
2000s.
The last massive worldwide one would probably be grunge, which didn't have a very long lifespan anyway.
No, because most of it was shit, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, but it didn't last very long, did it?
It's a bit faddy grunge, wasn't it? It's making a bit of a comeback now, I think,
don't
though.
think it was faddy. I think it just did. It just was
I
so
don't know. Name me
limited.
one big band that come out of the grunge movement.
Smashing Pumpkins, Nirvana,
Nirvana, yeah.
What? Never heard of them, man.
fucking
Who the fuck?
Reef.
What? Who?
Not Reef.
Reefer.
What they call
I used to
Bush.
drink Reef at the SU.
Bush, yeah, but that were massive in America, weren't they?
Yeah, they
Bush.
weren't big here,
Well,
were
yeah,
they?
but grunge was bigger in America than it was here. It was only like Nirvana
They
that really
weren't
took off.
grunge, though,
wasn't
were
it?
they?
Bush were, yeah.
Yeah, I think they were quite grungy.
Proper grunge.
What's he called? Gavin Thingy Henson or something.
I don't know. Didn't he go out with
Well, he married Gwen
Gwen
Stefani, didn't he?
Stefani,
He had a love child with Daisy Lowe's his love child, and it.
Yeah. No, it is, yeah. She was on Strictly.
There you
Yes.
go.
Not that I only know because someone told me. But
I
yeah,
quite like
I don't think
Prince
X
Grunge.
Factor killed youth movements. I think it was already dead. Like,
I find disappointing
know,
with the
I
whole
don't
X
think-
Factor thing is how badly people want to get on it. Do
I
you know
just
what
think
I mean?
people still
And
think.
even some people who like you think they wouldn't like X Factor, they're like they're up for it. Do you know what I mean? It's like people have just gone so far away from how we perceive
some people.
music and how it should be brought to the masses. Do you know what I mean? It's just amazing.
I don't know.
amazes
it has,
me,
It
honestly.
has brought some good acts out, though.
like,
That's
what?
it.
Little Mix. One of my favourites. James
Is that
Arthur.
one of your?
Lucy Spraggan.
Is that a guilty pleasure?
Yeah.
What, Little Mix?
Yeah.
No, I fucking can't stand that song that they done.
I couldn't even
comes
tell
on
you
the
what they
radio.
do.
Girls Aloud.
Sarah Harding's good entertainment, to be fair.
Is she the one that's like
She-
banging
She's the
everyone all
fucking
time?
nutty one from Stockport.
Is she blonde?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, X Factor, I'm not really into it.
I just can't understand why it's still going. Is it still going?
Well, they've just done X Factor celebrities.
Celebrities, yeah.
What the fuck?
I know. Mate, that's just fucking... What's that about?
Is that? Like, oh, I'm a famous person,
Yeah, I'm a
but
shit-
I want to be more famous.
Yeah,
There was someone famous on it. 'Cause me and my daughter.
Vinnie Jones was on it, wasn't he?
Yeah, me and my daughter were watching it a repeat. Watched about half hour of it, and there was this band on there from South America, and it was like the celebrities, but in
South
South America.
So what's the point
So I
of
was
that?
like, how does that work? Do you know what I
then?
mean?
We've got some lads from South America here. They weren't good enough to get on the South American X Factor Celebrity Special, but we'll put them on here.
Just trying to get it in there, innit? Beer and Moretti. It's a good beer.
Not a
you
sponsored
sponsored?
video.
We'll move on from there, but just on the talent show thing. Yeah, it does surprise me as well how many people want to get on there and see it as a viable way for them to fucking... And then they moan about the credibility. Yeah. Like that James Arthur goes, everyone just thinks I'm on X Factor and I don't get to play fucking Reading and Leeds and all that. It's like, mate, you fucking... That's why. You can't moan about it because otherwise no one would know who you are. So it's like, you either
don't know who
fucking
he
do
is.
it and suck it up.
He looks a right sad cunt, doesn't he? The way
Yeah,
he mopes
no, yeah.
around and
I don't. Who is he?
He's like
Some
a
odd
shit
Geordie
version
prick.
of Ed Sheeran.
A shitter version
Yeah.
of a fucking song thief.
Exactly. So, but yeah, there you go. We'll move on.
When I'm with my baby, yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go. Let's do one from the Blebby Blebinson. Drum roll, please. So Blebby says, right, Richard Ashcroft Christmas cover. He loves it. Have you seen it?
No.
No.
He's done a Christmas tune that's a cover. I can't remember which one it was. What's the Bing Crosby one?
What, Drummer Boy?
Dreaming of a White Christmas.
I think it might be that one, yeah. I'll find out in a minute while
Is
you
that Nat King
talking. So Richard Ashcroft has done this Christmas cover, and Blebby says he rates it, yeah. He rates our podcast as well.
Nice one.
Hey, nice one, mate.
Nice one.
Chicken
Nice one
nuggets.
for the comment. But he says, what's our favourite Christmas song? And if we were to do one as a cover, yeah, for a band, what would we do?
I thought we had this last week.
Nah, that was just any song. Now it's
Yeah,
Christmas, isn't
if
it,
you could
mate?
cover any
Christmas song.
2nd of December, everyone's gone mad
Favourite
already.
Christmas song. You can go first, Doug.
It would have to be the Pogues.
Really? That's my
love that
least
tune,
It is a
one.
fucking great
It's a
tune,
fucking
man.
hate that
Tune
song.
and a half, man.
It's a great tune.
It sends tingles down your spine. I mean, who are the NYPD?
They don't
choir.
exist.
The choir.
I looked
Do
it
they
up.
exist?
No, they don't.
They must have had a choir back in the day.
No, they don't, mate. It's a complete. It doesn't
lying
exist. I don't
bastards.
think.
Oh, that is a tune. Don't you like that tune?
No.
All right, you don't like it?
No.
Are you fucking mad,
I don't like it.
mate? I could understand if you're like, I'm sick of hearing it, but pound for pound, that is the only Christmas tune.
It is, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? It's fucking like
Don't agree.
it's got everything. It's got the nostalgia. It paints a picture in your head, and it's a good tune as well.
Touches you.
Yeah.
Does it? Maybe I'll listen to it again.
What's yours?
I've got two.
Go on.
I've got Mud. It'll be lonely.
Oh,
this
fucking hell.
Christmas.
Really?
I fucking love it. I think it's Mud anyway. And the other one is
Tiger Feet.
no.
Manic
fuck
Street
me.
Preachers. Last Christmas.
Yeah, great. No, it's
George Michael.
I do like that one as well, but no, not that one.
Slade.
No. Stop it, you prick. I'm trying to think what it is.
Gina G.
They said there'd be snow at Christmas. They said there'd be peace on earth.
Bob Geldof.
No. I can't remember his name.
I don't know. Who
I think
it
it's
is.
called I Believe in Father Christmas.
I know which one you mean, but I
believe-
can't think of who sings it.
I can't remember who sings it, but it's the one that oh fuck. Ding, 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 ding. You know what I mean?
That's Slade.
It's not. That's dun, 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 dun,
So it's like that, but just not quite as intense, is it? Do you want me to find out who it is?
I like that one as well, Slade, don't you?
No, not really.
They're a great band, though.
They were fucking
Were.
amazing. Many years from now. What's that tune again?
Everything, every day.
I can't
like
find
Every
it. There's
Day.
too many of them. Mine's The Pretenders, 200 Miles.
It's not a Christmas
It
song.
is.
200 miles?
Yeah.
Are you on about
I would walk.
2000?
No, it's called 200 Miles.
That's not a
It
Christmas
is.
song.
It is, mate. Trust me.
Are you sure it's 200
Yeah, one of the lyrics
miles?
is they said there'd be snow this Christmas or something, innit? Is that what you
No.
just said?
Are you
It's
Hang
sure?
on.
not a
Are you
Christmas
sure it's
song,
not
man.
the Proclaimers?
Proclaimers, that's it.
And it's
No, the
called
Pretenders, sorry. The Pretenders.
the one that's like "Then dead on Christmas Day." The girl singer.
I don't know. I'm tired, man.
It's Chrissy Hines, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pretenders, 2,000 miles.
Yeah, not fucking 200 miles.
Yeah, I got a zero.
I
off
would walk.
That's,
Two
that's the one I
200
like, innit?
miles.
Yeah, no. And
Just
I like
because it's
Hey, that's not a
Christmas
Christmas
time.
tune,
It is.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Yes, it is. You're mad. Of course, it's a Christmas
is.
song.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
it is.
Pretenders. Yeah, I was thinking of the Proclaimers again.
The fucking chorus line is "Because of Christmas Day" or something, isn't it?
Christmas
It's not
time,
a
innit?
Christmas song. It's a good joke.
I can't remember the
I
lyrics.
fucking hate Christmas anyway.
So do I. Worst time of year for me. Fucking hate it.
It's like everyone's gone mad already. Run DMC did a Christmas tune as well called Christmas in Hollis.
Don't know it.
It's just shit.
What's that one that's on Friday?
I don't know.
It's like the 12 Bitches of Christmas or something. That's pretty
Dunno.
funny.
You know what? Yeah.
It was 2 o'clock. Do. Motherfucking Christmas song.
The Ashcroft cover was Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, by the way.
Oh, was it?
So,
Is that Bing?
I don't know who that was. They're all shit anyway, if I'm honest, because it's just like,
What's the shittest one?
how many days of Christmas are there supposed to be? 12.
Yeah.
Traditional.
So it's like, it doesn't start on the 2nd or the 1st, does it?
No, it's the 12th.
Exactly.
No,
So it must be
13th.
like,
Isn't it?
what's the last day of Christmas?
Christmas Day.
No.
No, it's afterwards, isn't it? It's isn't it Boxing Day or a few days
That's
after?
the Christmas
Day.
period,
I mean,
then.
according to the song, though, isn't it Christmas Day?
I don't know,
Or
but
the 12th.
why is it so
Christmas-
fucking early?
What do you mean?
What do
so
you mean?
Fucking early.
Like, why is it Christmas now?
It's not.
Because it's December.
But it is though, isn't it? Everyone else, it's Christmas. Everyone's going. Even I'm going getting a Christmas tree tomorrow.
Yeah, my
Do you
missus
know what I
is gonna
mean? It's
put
just
ours
like
up.
it's fucking overwhelming. But if you don't go tomorrow, there ain't going to be any Christmas trees. By the time you get the Christmas trees, just have the scraggy-ended Christmas trees.
How come you're getting a fresh Christmas tree then if you're like hugging the earth and that?
I know.
Because you have to chop them down to make way for the
New ones next year.
Yeah,
To make way for all that
Basically.
vegetation in the Amazon.
Yeah.
but we use ours as well. We keep it.
Do what
We
with
turn
it?
it into
What?
paper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do you make
whatever.
tea out of it?
We
the
actually
proper
take
one?
ours.
You should make tea out of it.
We actually take ours to the zoo.
Shut up. You shit yourself last time you went to the zoo.
They give it to the animals, don't they?
To do what with?
They play with them and eat them and shit.
And then they have to get
what
rid
type
of them.
animal plays and
Bears.
Have they got bears up there?
I think so. Yeah, they got two.
So what
bears.
does that bear do with it?
Play with it?
Scratches itself.
Turns
Is
it
it
into
not
stick
supposed
man.
to fucking hibernate at this time of year?
What, a bear?
Yeah.
Well, they don't hibernate in the zoo, do they? Because people come to look at them, so they just prod them and shit and make them go out.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Well, I thought you were a
Apparently,
vegan.
Advent starts on the 3rd this year, so it doesn't start till tomorrow. Which proves my point, if I'm honest. It changes every year.
Is that
Did you know
religious
that
thing?
antlers on reindeer, they shed them?
Yeah, I know.
I said that to someone the other day and they didn't believe me.
What do you mean? Who doesn't know that?
I know, that's what I thought. I'm
Well,
like,
I didn't know that. But
You
then
didn't know.
I don't give a fuck.
Hold on, you never knew fucking stags get rid of their antlers
Well, I know
every year.
deers do.
yeah.
And
So
the
I'm
stag
saying-
as well?
Yeah, I'm not that surprised that reindeers do. I don't know a
Fair
lot about reindeers, if I'm
Yeah, but
honest.
fucking
I
everyone
said, I
knows.
said that to someone the other day and they were like, what?
They think they just
I
keep
had,
them.
to, I had to Google it and fucking show it them.
It's not like a fucking tusk. Do you know what I mean? Like a rhino or elephant tusk.
Donald Tusk.
Donald Tusk.
Who is Donald Tusk? And anyway, fucking hell. fuck
What's
this.
the
Let's move
what's
on.
the worst Christmas song? before
What's
we
the
go
worst
on?
one?
Yeah.
I don't
Fuck it,
know.
I know.
Go on.
Fucking Band-Aid.
Yeah.
It's a bad one.
It's the shittest song. Got an 8 galled off. And I don't mean to... I don't know. I'm not going to stop myself there. It's just a shit tune.
It is shit.
I mean, I can understand that people were playing it to bring money in. But when you listen to that tune, it doesn't bring any nostalgia, does it?
It's a really horrible tune. But lyrically, it's like
I'm not
really,
into it, man.
But it's like, thank God it's them
Instead
and
of you.
not us. Like, fuck, it's over there and not here.
Yeah, but they're being clever with that lyric, though, aren't they? As if to say, like, you
What?
know, thank God it's them, not us. Think about that.
Yeah, but that's not, is it? You
you know what
take
I
it at literal like meaning. It's thank fuck it's them and it ain't
I
us.
agree with you. I'm just saying that's what they're trying to do, isn't it?
I don't know. The worst one for me is Little Drummer Boy by... Is it that one that...
Oh, is that
him
the one?
that- the one, I'm thinking of the one that David Bowie and
That one.
the one that David Bowie and Bing Crosby did together in that really fucking awful music
What, the
video.
Snowman?
No, not the snow.
Walking in the air.
Although that's pretty bad as well, isn't it? No, the one that's
Alec
like
Jones.
Little Drummer Boy.
I don't know who this is.
It's
Little
fucking
Drummer
terrible.
Boy. What's the one you just said?
Which one?
The one you were just saying.
You're on about pom
Ba-da-bum.
pom pa-da-dum,
Please,
pom,
Mr.
pom,
Silverdome.
But oh no, I like that.
I know I do, yeah, actually, yeah.
I think they're all shit.
Hey, Mr. Churchill,
That's the
comes
one.
Yeah.
over
Yeah, yeah.
to say we're splendid.
Crap, man. You don't really get the Christmas tunes though anymore, do you? Like someone doing a mad Christmas one. Like Bublé does one every year, doesn't he? Or Bieber or someone
Mate,
like that.
I can't believe there's a DAB radio station
Just for the
that's
Christmas.
just Christmas
Is it
songs.
all year round?
I think so.
Mate,
I don't know.
imagine you listen to that all year
Yeah, but that's the same
and
as
only that.
the God channel, isn't it? With just the Christianity music.
Yeah, they have some tunage though, to be fair.
Look, that's just
Yeah, like
Yeah,
what?
no, it's
Yeah, but
serious.
they
like,
probably- the thing is you can get away with listening to Jesus music all year round, but not
at
Christmas
least it
songs.
changes.
Exactly.
What's
I
that one
suppose.
round here?
It's just
What's
one subject to sing about all the time.
Yeah, but there's
Look,
a varying
Jesus is
thing.
Lord.
It's not all about Jesus. It might be like
About Moses.
there's like rappers ones, and they're like, "Yeah, man, I was on the streets, down and out. I was smoking the crack and that," and it's just at the end.
And then God
And then
come.
Jesus came,
Yeah, exactly.
lifted my soul.
And he's speaking metaphors. So it might not be Jesus. It might be someone else. Oh dear me. Oh fuck me.
What?
Robbie Williams has released a Christmas covers album. Oh man, oh fuck me.
Oh my lord! You just reminded me. Have you ever listened to fucking Bob Dylan's Christmas album.
I've never
No.
listened to Bob Dylan.
How have you never listened to Bob
I think
Dylan?
he's shit, you know.
One of the greatest of all time.
He's wank.
Listen to his
His
Christmas
best song
album.
was the one that fucking, what's it covered?
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
All Alone the Watchtower.
Who done, what were you saying? Dylan done some Christmas
He did a
covers?
Christmas album, yeah, and it's fucking terrible. It's the worst idea he's ever had. Like, you can tell he's got to that stage when he released that album. It was like, yeah, you can do whatever you want, Bob. Just, just put any old shit out and people will buy it. And he was like, all right, I'll make a Christmas album. Do you know what I mean? It's like, fucking hell. It's so bad. There's not one good song on it done in a good way at all. It's fucking god awful.
I think as an artist, you're scraping the barrel when you're doing Christmas covers. It's just like, maybe if you had a crack at writing a tune that you're like, yeah, man, this will get me fucking...
It's a good money maker, though,
that's what
isn't
I'm
it?
saying. Some spondoolies in. I mean, if you're the Pogues, you're not going to complain. Every year, you know you're going to cash in it, and then you just do like another re-release every 10 years.
Yeah.
They're going for that Christmas #1. You know it's never been to Christmas #1.
Really?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah.
Fucking hell.
Uh,
Rage Against the Machine's been Christmas.
I know.
Isn't it?
Hey, that's a good Christmas song.
Yeah, right.
Hang on. Godfrey's on a mad one. Got it wrong. Advent is always the 4th Sunday before Christmas Day. There are 4 candles lit each Sunday prior to Christmas Eve. They go in the wreath each time. Hope, faith, joy, and peace. Big up. Big up to Jesus. Sticking with Christmas, we did have another Christmas question.
Go on.
What's our favourite Christmas tipple? And have we had any Christmas-related disasters? I'll let you two go first. I've got a couple.
Christmas-related disasters.
I'm thinking and that's from Cos, who done the design for this.
I like.
Whoop, whoop.
I mean, I
Big up, Cos.
like all drinks, but I particularly like at Christmas a Baileys.
I knew you were going to say that.
But I don't mean just a little tipple. I like.
A whole bottle.
I hammer that stuff.
I
And
hate it. I fucking hate it.
Don't you take a cheap Baileys to your mum's and just empty it in the posh Baileys?
I did do that. I drank all
Oh
the
my
expensive Baileys, and I got moaned at. So they bought another one as well as a
drank
cheap
all
one,
that.
and I drank the good one and tipped the
That's savage.
Aldi one into the Bailey. No one knew any difference. I went, you see, this tastes better. I'm like, yes, it does.
Yes. Do you want one, Doug? No, no, I
Yeah.
couldn't.
I'll stick with the cheap one. Just swapped it over.
The cheap one's all right, though.
I don't know. Yeah, but it's like having, I don't know,
So when,
Diet Coke and Coke, innit?
so when you get to the bottom of the cheap one, it starts to get gets a bit tasty. You can taste all the cheap fucking alcohol at the bottom. It's like, yeah, I like that. Like, it's like better, innit?
I don't like it. I can't drink it.
As far
I
as
haven't drank
disasters,
it for a while. Go on.
disasters, I can't think of any at
I don't-
Christmas.
Yeah. I can't think of any that are actually worth talking
I
about.
can think of disasters in general, like smashing my van up the other day.
At Christmas or just in
Well,
general?
it is Christmas, and I smashed my
Well, it's
van
not,
up.
it's not the Advent yet, is it? It's not Christmas till Sunday.
That's it.
I don't know. What's yours?
I haven't really got any, mate.
You don't have any favourite Christmas
Oh,
drink?
drinks. I thought you meant disasters. I drink gin all the time.
Oh, I like a gin at Christmas.
But Coxie drinks it all year
I
round.
do drink it all year. I drink whiskey more in December, I think.
I like a whiskey as well.
But if I was going to have a particular... No, I think I'd stick with an old-fashioned.
I don't know. I think it's like Christmas, yeah. Drinks, you got to go with a variety. Like the Baileys is nice, yeah. I haven't had it for a bit though. And then it's like
You're not allowed it.
they do almond Baileys now. I haven't tried it.
They do almond Baileys.
He's already researched it.
They've done it for a few years, but everyone buys it. They're quick. I can't be arsed with it. Like I like a gin, yeah. I like a whiskey. I like on the
Beer.
day beer, sparkling wine.
Cider.
But on the morning,
Sparkling
when you,
wine.
yeah,
That's
man.
such a weird one to go to.
Man, no, man.
I like
Champagne. I like
yeah, exactly, man.
I like-
Shampoos.
I like red
Prosecco.
wine, white
Bongo.
wine.
Yeah, mulled wine, mulled cider. You got to have a mulled cider. But on Christmas, yeah, when you come downstairs, you've got to have a Bucks Fizz, innit?
A Bucks Fizz.
Yeah, man.
What,
hell, you
avocado? Avocado, no, advocado.
Avocado.
Yeah, that's Advocar. Bucks Fizz, just champagne
Bucks Fizz
and
is
orange.
it's a baby sham.
No, Bucks Fizz is champagne and orange, isn't it?
What's
Am I
the
thinking
baby
of-
sham?
Am
No.
I thinking the right thing?
Baby sham is
No, it is champagne and orange.
Advocar. Is it Advocar?
I don't know what baby sham is.
Baby sham,
What is that?
Advocar.
He used to sell it years ago.
Advocar and
Baby sham.
sparkling wine in it.
Did it
know.
have like a deer on the bottle or
That's
something?
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah. It was like a baby deer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bucks Fizz. Kyle's on it. Gotta have a Bucks Fizz. But Christmas disasters. I've got one in particular. But Adam, I didn't have a disaster. I have to go into the disaster in a minute. But the last time we went out for Christmas and got on it, I got home and I pissed my pants. I was in the taxi and the taxi driver was a twat. He wouldn't let me get out for a piss, yeah. And I got in and I was so desperate for a piss. I just got into the toilet. I'm actually at the toilet and I pissed my pants. And I just remember just like laughing and just going to bed.
What, still in pissy pants?
Yeah. But
Pissy
Christmas disasters. This was genuinely a Christmas disaster. I've had Christmas dinner at my dad's. I've cooked something to eat for myself, my dad, and my mate, yeah, because he was like on his lonesome. So I was like, just come round. My dad's in it. And we decided to meet everyone in the pub on Christmas Day. So we go to the pub about 6 o'clock or whatever. We're drinking in the pub. Everything's going all right. And then my dad just instigates this massive fight and got his teeth knocked out on Christmas Day. So that was pretty. That was a bit of a disaster.
So he didn't even get his 2 front teeth for Christmas.
No, he didn't. So fucking
Savage.
got knocked. Yeah, that was funny. That was a interesting way to spend Christmas. But that's Christmas done. Fuck it. It's shit. All right, cool. Got another one. So Scott Gilfillan
Let's go filling in.
has said, this is a Plymouth related one. Should we return the diving boards to the hoe?
Diving board.
Do you remember them?
Yeah.
He's saying, would it
Where
stop
were
all
on
all the idiots
in the Lido?
tombstoning in?
Lido.
It was past the Lido, yeah.
the Lido in it?
Do you not remember the diving
Lido.
boards? They were here when I moved
No.
down here.
They were there for fucking time immemorial.
Why did they take them away?
Because people were jumping off them.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of them, isn't it?
Yeah, but where were they?
They were by just round the corner from the Lido.
Where Smeaton's Tower is, pretty much
Down there, yeah.
straight forward. Pretty much.
Would it stop people tombstoning?
No.
No,
don't think
because
it would?
people are still going to go back and
I suppose
the best
people want to do
places
to
the
go. They've
thrill
got-
seeking, innit?
Well, they've got their
Yeah.
favourite spots, haven't they? They're
It's
not-
Exactly,
dangerous,
yeah.
that, you know.
Fucking well dangerous.
Carly used to look after some people who had done the tombstoning and fucked it up, and they were all like paralysed and that.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, mash up, innit?
There was that lad, wasn't it, who
Fucking hell.
bruised all his organs internally.
Shit.
It's just like, fuck, why would you bother? Like, it's surely in that thrilling.
I'm not into it, you know.
Neither am I.
I like people who do that though. It's like climbing up massive tall buildings, isn't it?
I don't mind
Yeah,
it,
I don't
but
know.
I think
And
it's a
doing-
bit tight.
And parkouring.
Parkour's all right.
I do a bit of parkouring when I'm delivering the Amazon
I
parcels.
bet you do when you're getting fucking chased off a dog.
Yeah. You know. I don't mind it, but it's like people that go up on the moors and get lost, and then people have to risk their lives going after and saving them. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
just
but
think
going for a walk's a bit different to fucking jumping off like
Sorry, I'm just
a big
laughing
wall through a hole.
at the rat walking
Yeah,
above
right,
our
we
heads.
just hear
Yeah, we
this-
have got a rat.
something's crawling around in the rafters anyway.
Get rats out.
Get rats out.
Got one last question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's a serious one. I thought I'd leave it till last because of its seriousness in nature, because it's probably going to be kind of a subject. But Herman asked earlier, yeah, what do we think cause... I'm going to paraphrase it because it was quite a long message, yeah. What do we think causes acts of terrorism? Yeah. Are they really attacks on our freedoms like everyone's purporting in the media? Or are they down to foreign policy and the way that we conduct ourselves abroad?
I think foreign policy has got something to do with it, and then people who have got nothing to believe in or do is a combining factor with that, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, you often find that people that do that kind of thing are the same people that get into like well, not the same people, but the same sort of mentality that gets into gangs early, I would guess. People that are a bit lost, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, but you can be older and get into it as
yeah,
well.
but I mean, there are people that are a bit lost and a bit
yeah,
vulnerable,
got no direction.
and easily preyed upon by people that show them a bit of love or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Take you under the wing if you're a bit of a lonesome character, and then all of a sudden you got all these people that are really nice to you.
Yeah.
It can be a bit.
I mean, I
difficult,
don't like the
would
foreign
imagine.
policies
I'm off.
of
You off
of
here?
you got your nipples are
Yeah, I can see him.
Got a nip on.
Cutting
This
glass.
subject.
I don't know. I think
foreign
it's probably a
policies-
mixture
Yeah.
because there's no smoke without fire. You could say the same thing about us if people were bombing us from above or invading the UK. The first thing we'd do is fight back.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a difficult,
It is,
tough
isn't it? I mean,
subject
look,
to really
I mean,
tackle in a fucking 2 minute.
with
let's
the
answer a
Muslim
nice question off the internet.
terrorism, right? Is I mean, we don't particularly as like I'm not Christian, but we're brought up in a Christian society, no? And I don't look at other countries that have been persecuted and say it was a Christian country. Look at those countries that are being bombed or persecuted in some way and think, I need to stick with those people. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
do you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
Whereas
it is a weird one. It's like
kind of
it's
a-
almost like I don't know, like Catholicism maybe in terms of like how I don't know, issues to do with the Republic of Ireland, and if every Catholic in the country was like,
Yeah.
I'm sticking with like the Catholics over there, and I'm going to do something over here. It is a strange one
Yeah.
to get your head round, but I don't know. I think it's a mixture.
yeah,
of-
you didn't. Yeah, like you're saying that you didn't get any.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Can you
So-
think of a situation when
Can I
the
think of
troubles
another
were
one?
going on, and some Catholic who wasn't born in Ireland
but identified
but
with the faith.
identified with the faith committed an act of terrorism
It's so weird
over
with
it?
that, though,
Do you know what I'm
isn't
saying?
Mm.
because it's the troubles
Sorry
are a
for
really weird.
interrupting.
I'm interrupting as well. The troubles are a really weird one. I mean, I don't know enough to really comment on it, so I don't really feel comfortable going too.
It's
in-depth
a
on it.
glib analogy. It's a really shit comparison, but it's the only one that I could think of.
But the troubles originally come from some Irish wanting to be free from foreign rule, and others thinking that they're better off in the Union.
Yeah, but
And then it seems to have been
religion as
hijacked
well, though, isn't it?
by-
Like
Yeah, but-
unionists.
Protestant.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't really know enough about it to really comment. But it seems that, to me, just looking at it briefly, like I have done, it seems that it kind of gets hijacked by religion. But I don't really know if that's the
Yeah,
case or
Ireland
not.
should just be one country at the end of the day for me,
Well, I mean, I
regardless of religion or whatever.
I
As
don't
far
know.
as the Muslim terrorists go,
We need to steer it back onto the question, I think.
yeah. I
Yeah,
know,
but I
yeah.
mean, there's all as foreign acts of terrorism. I suppose the IRA were foreign terrorists.
I think with the terrorist thing in terms of the context of the question, this is going to be controversial, yeah, because it's so fresh. But I'm not entirely sure that you can. I'm not entirely sure you could call what happened the other day an act of terrorism, because it seems to me that he's attended some event that's to do with the rehabilitation of ex-offenders, and the people that have got caught in his act of violence were at that event. So would it be an act of terrorism, say, if he'd been released on another charge?
Well, the thing is, he was in the nick for terrorism, though, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
Yeah,
for
no,
murder,
but that's
wasn't
what
it?
I'm
Was it
saying.
for
no.
murder?
No, it
I
was
don't
for a
think it was
terrorist
murder,
act.
Yeah.
I mean, ironically, the
I
interesting
thought it was
thing
in
is...
for killing someone.
No, it was for planning terrorism. The interesting thing about the whole situation with letting people out early is, apparently, I've not verified this, but apparently one of the people that went to restrain him was at the same course and had been released early for a murder charge, and he just went over and just waded into him with some other people.
The thing is why was he wearing a fake suicide vest?
I
Then?
don't know. I suppose that's probably the thing that makes it terror related, in the sense of that probably gives another slant on it. But I think with the jihadis in this
He
country,
should have just worn a real one.
I don't think they
He
know how
got
to make
killed
'em.
anyway.
They don't know how to make them, do they? That's
bet
why they
you
wear
I
fake
could.
ones.
Well, I bet some of them do.
If I went,
Fuck, you know, this is taking an interesting time. I haven't
Nah.
even made my point on the question yet. Say, hang on. So You're telling me you could make a real suicide vest?
I reckon I could, yeah.
Cool.
Give me a couple of weeks.
Give you a... No.
Yeah, but
No, don't give him a couple of weeks. You're going to have the fucking... The door getting kicked down
know,
by
fucking
fucking...
hell.
SAS coming in.
I know, exactly.
SBS parachuting in.
He wasn't wearing a bomb. He was wearing a fake suicide vest.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But now I'm responding to Godfrey's question. With the back to the question, the foreign policy undoubtedly has something to do with it because I don't know, you don't really see other countries having this issue, do you?
Yeah.
It's always countries that have an interest in foreign policy in those particular countries, and it all comes down to oil and colonialism, doesn't it, or empire or whatever. Is what it comes down to.
Or democratising those countries.
Yeah, but that's about money, isn't it? And that's about
Is that
empire. That's what I'm saying. It's always to do with money. It's always to do with building contracts, selling arms. They're selling arms to like countries that are then selling it to other people that are using them against the Saudis have been funding ISIS. They've been arming them with things that we've sold to them. So it's just like it's all just a big game
but then
of colonialism.
ISIS were funded by the CIA as well, apparently.
So I think it's a mixture of the foreign policy, but it's undoubtedly impressionable people who are vulnerable, because you used that word before, and I think that's a good word, who then get caught up in it and end up fucking doing the most atrocious
Which
things.
is kind of mad, isn't it? They must be misdirected or, not thinking right, because you'd look into it and you'd think, hold on, the CIA, who else you mentioned, they've got the fingers in the pie as well, and arms are being traded with this section of people, and I'm not with those people. So it's all a big mess of these conspiracy of lies. Do you know what I'm saying? You would look at that as like if you wanted to be a terrorist, as you might say, and think, well, that's bollocks, isn't it? I get myself involved in that bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course, but we're not those people, and it's like almost as if it happens by design. So it's like there's a bigger system at play, like that just attracts these people, and it's self-perpetuating. And it's mad how it always happens in an election as well. We've had no issue. Yeah, the last issue was around election time, and now it's election time.
Was
it's
it?
like, yeah.
The
last London Bridge attack was during
I
the
actually
election.
thought that no shit like that's got a few weeks ago. There hasn't been any terrorist shit in this country in a while, and fucking look what happens. Me thinking it, I think it happens.
I don't think that happens, mate. I think most people think about terrorism on a daily basis because it's always on the fucking news.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's
I don't.
The problem for me is that it's always on the news. I just got a real problem with it being broadcast so much. I think people need to know what happens in the world. But I don't think you need to know about it all the time, particularly when it's like, oh, it's 2 days later and we've just found out that the man that did it owned a dog and the dog was called Basil. And then it goes on and you're like, I don't give a fuck.
I think there's been studies about the way that the press report things like this. Is not just attributed to terrorism, but also like serial killers or murders and stuff. And the actual reporting of it in such a widespread
perpetuates
it, because you're going to have someone out there that's like, I want to be on telly, I want to do that, I want to have my name and thing. But going back to the one that happened the other day, I saw some footage of it last night.
Yeah, I've seen
and I hadn't seen the full footage because I'm not really into that anyway. But there's some guy filming it when it's happening on his
the
phone.
bus.
I don't know if he's on the bus, but he's laughing. He's going.
But he probably thinks like, mate, he's getting his head kicked in.
I'm
and he
like
deserves
thinking,
it.
fuck me, mate. You know what I mean?
You don't know how you'd react in that kind of situation as well.
I know, yeah.
Do you know what I
Some
mean?
people do laugh, don't they?
But nobody
when
knew
they're scared.
Nobody
Yeah, I
knew
don't
that
know.
he was a potential suicide bomber until after, I think. I mean, the people that were there wrestling.
Credit to them people,
fucking
man.
right. I mean, Jesus, you got to have something about you to take someone on that's wielding a fucking knife, let alone someone you
they
see
ripped
might
off
be having
some ornamental tusks off in the foyer.
Yeah, I saw that
And
one
fucking
guy
went
with a
after him.
tusk.
Yeah.
How come they didn't stab him with that?
Well, I think they were just hitting him with it, weren't they?
Mate, he had a fire extinguisher as well,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah, that's a good idea, isn't
fucking
it?
right. Because that's
So
going to fuck
how
you
did
up.
how did those people die? The two that died?
They got stabbed.
Yeah.
I did it on the street.
Yeah.
Or
no,
was
I
it
think
inside?
It was inside, I think. It's
Didn't
in
he
the
hurt
foyer.
another 3 or 4 people?
Yeah, I think 5 people got stabbed, maybe 6.
I mean,
But
that's
yeah, the
brutal. Nobody
Manchester
deserves
bomber
that.
was the election as well. The last election.
Was it? What was the
Was it?
Yeah.
What was the Westminster thing when they were driving the vans and that?
That
It
was
a couple of years ago.
the one on Westminster
election?
Bridge where they went through the markets. That was the last election.
That was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, there was
in
an
the
election
summer.
2.5 years ago.
I don't know.
Trust
I
me,
think
it was the last election. It's fucking.
Maybe it's the Tories. Fucking.
That's because they
You know what I mean?
cancelled campaigning the last time as well as a result. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, because that'd be doing like real disservice to those people that have been fucking stabbed in it. But it is like it is mad just from an observational point of view that the last terrorist fucking incidents we had was during a fucking election campaign, and then we've got this election campaign and it's happening again.
Yeah.
It
It's
would be a
fucking weird.
disservice to them if it was a conspiracy.
Well,
I'm not
just-
saying it
you could
is, but
say
it wouldn't
There's
be.
a time and a place,
It's
and you got to
fucking
let it,
abstract
yeah.
fucking let the
thing,
dust
isn't
settle and have a look
I
at
know.
the facts. I
The
mean, there
thing
could be
I-
something sniffy going about. I don't
The
know.
thing
You
I
don't
want to
know, do
say,
you?
going
No.
back to the media, is there's so much that goes on in the world that isn't reported on. Like right now, like I was telling you about it, I think. I was on my phone on like a Saturday morning, and randomly on Facebook there was this live stream of a riot that's happening in Paris.
Oh yeah, you said about that.
That's going on every weekend.
Yeah, I know.
You don't
The
hear
yellow
about it.
jackets, or as they
Yeah,
call it.
every
Yeah.
weekend they're burning the streets of Paris, and
Yeah.
it's never on the fucking news. There's an uprising in Iran right now. They're like trying to overthrow the government, really violent.
I think I've seen the Iranian uprising.
I haven't seen it, but then I don't watch the news. I mean, the reason why I don't watch the news is because of all the terrorist shit. I haven't watched the news in years.
I try not to watch the news. I'm getting fucking fatigued with all this shit to do with
I'm
what's
definitely-
going on. I'm
yeah.
fucking bored of it, man. It's just if you just stuck your head in that, you're never gonna get out of it. It's just so depressing and controlling, and like, I mean, if it has an effect on us in terms of just like normal everyday people, think what it genuinely does do to fucking vulnerable and
Yeah.
impressionable people. It shapes their entire existence. I mean, let's be honest, yeah. I don't fucking make no bones about this, yeah. How many of us have been on a train, right, and seen someone that's on the train that walks on, and you think to yourself, is that person a terrorist? Yeah. And I'm not like that. And the only reason I'm like that is because of all this shit that you fed with the media. And it's just like, it's just a normal person going about the business, and the fucking and like the percentage of people who actually do shit is fucking, it's minimal. It's so
course,
small. So
I don't think I've been in that situation.
I don't
but
even want to go to London,
Why not?
I'm going tomorrow.
mate. I won't go.
Why not?
I honestly
van.
just think like,
know
I get
you-
like
yeah.
anxiety about like taking my fucking kid there to London, walking across London Bridge, thinking, shit, what if some guy just runs me over or tries to stab one of us now?
Yeah, but I mean, fucking hell.
It's
you
not
could-
likely to happen, but you're told every day from morning till fucking night
but you
time
still
that it
gotta
could
crack
happen,
on.
innit?
People still do crack on with it, because look at all the terrorist attacks that happened in Paris. I was there a week later or whatever
Yeah, I
it was,
remember you
and everyone
saying.
was going, still going? I was like, fucking right, I've paid.
Of course, you got to go there.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
of
gotta
And
course
it
live
was
your life.
moody as fuck there.
Just don't go
There was
London.
Every 20 minutes seen...
Why would you go to London anyway if you didn't?
Every 20 minutes seen armed army people,
Armed army.
soldiers
army.
walking around. Do you know what I
Gendarmes.
mean? It's quite unsettling. But you just carry on drinking.
The thing is-
£10 fucking lagers.
£10 a pint. And not even a
Yeah.
pint. One of them fucking 3/4 ones.
I don't know. I just think you got to carry on.
There's a good documentary on Paris ones on Netflix. It's quite
yeah, really
interesting.
good. Really
Brutal, but interesting.
Is that to do with the...
the Bataclan and all that.
Yeah.
good. See, I can understand making documentaries about it after the fact. I can understand covering it in the media, but not to the extent they do now. And that goes for everything. That goes for like school shootings in America. That goes for like knife
Yeah.
attacks. Anything like that. I just think, you should know about it.
I don't
'cause you
think they should
be-
report it.
Yeah, but...
I think they should, because you
Yeah, but
need to
it's-
know that kind of stuff's
I
happening
know.
in
Yeah,
the
but
world.
it's like anything, isn't it? Everything is squeezed to the absolute
Yeah, but why
fucking
don't they-
maximum. And that doesn't matter whether it's news or trying to flog something. Everything is just squeezed. Every ounce of fucking juice out of anything that's given it is squeezed, isn't it?
Let's face it, from a
So
news
whether
point
it's
of view.
media, news, music, anything you need to buy, it's just everything's just raped to the fucking death.
But from a news point of view, they have to keep doing it, because if you ever watched BBC News 24,
Yeah. I mean,
how
it's
many
so
times
bad though,
do they
innit?
say the same thing?
And then it's like,
in
oh, we've got a
30
new
seconds?
report. It turns out he wasn't wearing a black hat. It was a blue hat.
Now,
So thanks for that.
We're going to go live to the scene where Doug is going to tell us all about how this blue cap means a lot to someone somewhere.
But why
Doug.
don't they just try?
It's a blue cat.
Why don't he
Cat. It's a cap.
He was wearing a cap.
I thought he said
He was wearing a cap.
He was wearing
psycho.
It was a blue cat.
Why don't they just try, though? Imagine if they just tried, just not sensationalising it and just moving on.
Well, because people don't watch boring news.
It's people should just not watch it. It
I
is
don't
just
watch
control.
I don't watch
Mind control.
And I'm not being funny, but this time when there's a fucking election going on, I've got far more important things and better things to do than watch the fucking news. I would rather watch paint dry.
So why don't you do that then?
I do. I genuinely.
Coxey's walls fucked. It
needs paint.
every day he puts a new layer of paint on it and sits there.
The fucking brick's there, but the wall's actually out here.
Simon Tucker's just joined us. Right, Simon.
Tucker. Simon the boy. Tucker.
Start again. All right, let's start again. Let's fucking updating what's going on. Shall we? That's everyone's questions anyway. So thanks for sending the questions.
Nice one. We had a lot of questions this week.
Yeah, man. First hour is just questions, isn't it?
Fucking hell, that's an hour, was it?
Right, let's get into the first subject. Coxey, what you bringing to the round table tonight?
Well, on a lighter note.
Mine's going to be even lighter than light.
Mine's not really light. It might be a bit fluffy, but it's not light. I went to see young Simon Tucker last night, and we were talking about bands and the lifestyle.
Crystalline.
And what? What did you say?
Crystalline.
Crystalline, yeah, dickhead. And we were saying, you look at bands like the Sex Pistols, and what have they got a reputation for? Taking heroin, Sid Vicious, that kind of thing. You look at Lou Reed, Iggy Pop, David Bowie. You look at rock stars in general. The thing you go to is they were always off their heads, weren't they?
Yeah,
they
of
were
course.
always wrecked.
Yeah, they had something else about them.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like Simon says, they still had to rehearse. They still had to write the songs. They still had to perform. He pointed out that if you listen to Never Mind the Bollocks, or Never Mind the Buzzcocks, or whatever it was.
Never mind the bollocks.
Never Mind the Bollocks. It's a well-recorded album for a band that apparently couldn't play their instruments.
Yeah.
So they couldn't have been fucked all the time. There's no way that could be possible because you couldn't achieve anything as a band if you were always off your head on drugs doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So do you think that there's ever been an act where they were always off their head and they were successful?
Amy Winehouse.
Well, she was drunk.
She's always off a noodle, though, isn't she?
But I think
Oliver Reed.
Oliver Reed.
Yeah, that's not... You talking
No, I'm
specifically
joking.
music?
Talking about music.
Yeah.
Mainly, but I suppose anything that's creative. I just don't think you can achieve success and write amazing songs.
You can still function. Let's say you were smackheads. You can still function.
Yeah, but if you look at Sid and Nancy in that famous interview where they're off their heads, and Sid and they both just keep
On the Big Breakfast.
zoning out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the Big Breakfast.
With Denise Van Outen.
Fucking Johnny Vaughan. Oh, come along, saucy. Do you think that's possible? I don't think it's possible.
Ozzy Osbourne did it for years.
Yeah, but he...
He must have had periods where he wasn't.
That's
fucked
what
up.
I mean. There must be long periods. Because you're telling me that you're in a practice room and you manage to write War Pigs off your head all the time.
Yeah.
Someone's just said Ozzy Osbourne. I don't know,
I just don't think it's possible.
I don't think it's... I don't know, man. It depends, doesn't it? Because it's like this, yeah. Where you're at the stage where we are, you've got other things in your life that are kind of like, you've got to kind of have one eye on as well. But when you get to the level where maybe it's your full-time career and you're so fucking famous, does it really matter if you're off your head? Because what else have you got to do? That's your fucking job.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? There's always going to be people around you that aren't off your head, that are off their head and like, nah, Ozzy, that sounds shit. Do something different.
Plus,
we'll do. Yeah.
Let's say you wake up. Let's say you're a major drug head or whatever. You're an alkie. You're gonna wake up in the morning, not pretty much sober, but as the day goes on, you're gonna get more ratted and fucked. Do you know what I mean? And there is stories of producers and directors or whatever, like working with the people earlier on in the day, because later on in the day,
they were unworkable.
There was unworkable, yeah, pretty much. Do you know what I mean? And there is a workaround, you know? And it's like
Yeah.
the Strangler. I can't remember someone saying about the Stranglers when they got into heroin and stuff like that. They could only work at certain periods with them. You know, when there was proper bang on it, it was just too miserable and moody because obviously that's what it does to you.
So you think that they were functioning alcoholics or drug addicts that could write and could do everything
I was
they
off
need to
my
do?
head when I was younger. I passed my driving test off my head.
Well,
Yeah.
but do you think you can sustain that though?
Yeah, I think you can for a prolonged period.
So you think, like Damon said, at our level,
At our level, trying to make it, no.
yeah.
Because that takes...
You wouldn't pay the bills, would you?
But
No.
if you look at the myths behind Jimi Hendrix
Yeah,
and
but a
all
lot
those
of it
kind of
is
people,
just that, though, isn't it? It's just...
so it's a myth.
Yeah,
I
if
would
you look
say
at
so.
Jimi Hendrix before he made it, he was quite a clean-cut rock and roller, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was playing. Didn't he play for James Brown?
No, he
Or
played in
something?
a few
He played
big
for a
big
load of
bands,
bands, didn't he?
big bands as well. You know, like fucking
He was a session
What's
as well for a while.
yeah,
wasn't he?
yeah. I don't know. It's hard to.
don't know, a lot of
gauge
it will be like...
individuals.
think about even just aspects of our lives, or the way that we've grown up. Yeah, everyone's always got something to say, and they always say the accentuated part of like an aspect of your personality. So it'll be the same with that. It'll just be there'll be an element of truth in what people say, but there will be like a massive mystique and a massive myth to do with. They must have had periods where they weren't off their heads because like everyone does. Otherwise, you're just going to end up fucking dead. And the ones that end up dead are probably the ones that are most likely to have had the least amount of time where they weren't sober. I mean, Amy Winehouse was off a noodle, wasn't she?
Yeah, and then she got clean,
Yeah.
and then she got.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I was going to say Keith Richards, but he's pretty much in a covers band, isn't he?
Yeah, and he does the same down,
Yeah.
down, 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 down.
He's come up with some all right licks, though, hasn't he?
Who was
don't
the
get me
drummer
wrong.
for The Who?
Keith Moon.
Keith Moon. He was off his head, wasn't he?
Yeah, and it come to a tragic end.
But he
Yeah,
was
but
off
he
his
had.
noodle, though.
They reckon he had ADHD.
Did he?
Yeah, and he was all like hyper and shit, and they used to give him the drugs to try and make him calm down.
I've heard about that, actually. The Motley Crue. Paul
Motley
Godfrey
Crue.
just said about the Motley Crue.
Yeah, but were they always off their head, or was it just a persona? Was
I
it?
don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
It
I haven't
becomes
watched that
part of
yet.
your marketing as well, doesn't it? It's just like, look at like someone like Pete Doherty or whatever, or Doherty. Peter Doherty, he went to my school. Not Pete, yeah, Pete Doherty. That become part of his thing, innit? He's off his head. He squirts fucking blood at people from his injection needle. It's just like, hang on, what about his music? Oh, it's all right. Well, so fucking hell. And you go in to watch him because he squirted blood at some poor fucking cunt trying to interview him. Fuck me. Do you know what I mean? So it becomes part of people's like marketing and story. But I don't know. It's always the ones that you least expect as well. Like I bet there's some fucking people who you'd least expect to be off their heads who are more off their heads than fucking these people, innit?
What was it that
What
John
was it John said?
reminiscing? It was Blue.
Someone
wasn't
out of Blue, yeah. Is it
So
Lee
he was-
Ryan?
Yeah.
Said he was the most rock and roll actor he's ever worked for.
Yeah, the fellow who recorded our EP with Culture Test is available for download at malthusiantrap.co.uk, $3.99. He said that the most rock and roll person that he's worked with, and he's worked with loads of them, was some fella out of Blue. He said he had a bodyguard whose responsibility was just to get him in bed at the end of the night.
And get him up in the morning as well.
Pete's music sounds like he's off his head, though.
Yeah, it does.
Who's?
Yeah, Pete Doherty. I don't know if that's a good thing.
They do.
You know what I mean?
The thing is with about being off your head, because it kind of goes into the same thing. Being off, let's say, acts today, they don't come across as being off their head like acts of olden days. They couldn't anyway because
Fucking
everything's so fucking too clean nowadays, and any signs of someone doing anything, a little bit.
It's frowned upon, isn't it?
Everything's frowned upon. It's like, show
it
me some
though?
fucking personality. Do you know what I mean?
I just think it's gone out of fashion.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me kids don't get off their heads.
Oh, they're still getting off their heads with all the Charlie and stuff at the shows, after
But then,
shows and whatever. Of course,
You
they
know,
are.
back in the day, it wasn't something that was like, a good thing.
Yeah, but it ruins your marketing nowadays, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Huh? Don't it?
Yeah. But then they say there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Don't know. There's not that. It's not the same anymore, though, is it? It's just like even like say, all right, cool. Let's take pop music aside, yeah, because in pop music it's frowned upon anyway. Yeah, if Peter Andre suddenly everyone found out he was off his head on crack, everyone would be, I'm not going to Iceland.
They would go, we need to help him.
I'm not going getting me frozen fucking fish fingers from Iceland anymore. But even with something like, I don't know, like fucking grime or band music, I can't think of a fucking big band anymore anyway, but it would be frowned upon. It'd be like, oh, that's no good, that. Do you know what I mean? But then back in the day, it was just like, it used to be the marketable thing. Also as well, like, look at all I have this argument with people all the time. Look at all the big like musical influences throughout the years. They have all fucking had that period where they've been off the fucking noodle. Even like the Beatles, innit? They was off their heads on acid and all sorts.
Yeah.
So Paul Godfrey said Oasis used to put water in beer bottles to look cool.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, is that a fact or?
I don't know. Someone fact check it. Where's Ryan? He's not here anymore. Simon, fact check it. But I don't know. It's just like even drinking. Like there's a big thing with the NME at the minute. They're doing a series on alcohol in music, and that Jason Williamson from the Sleaford Mods is saying how he used to get off his head and miss shows, and they're saying that there's a big tide in music now, like where the musicians are like, look, I'm living cleaner and my output's better. I'm making more money and producing more music. So there's definitely a tide towards cleaner living.
Yeah, but that cleaner
just doesn't look as
for
fun.
me. It does. Yeah, it looks.
You know what I mean?
Everything comes across really not pristine. Oh, I don't know. Is it pristine? The word comes across clean, I suppose. Even the music. The music has like it's like insipid, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Comes across with no character.
Yeah.
You have to kind of have some kind of life experience as well. I'm not saying that you have to be off your head to be a good musician, but if you've been off your head, then you will have experienced a few different things. And if you've got that kind of edge in you, then it's going to make your music a little bit more edgy. Like, you're constantly around stuff, aren't you, doing music at any level. You're playing in places where there's loads of drink. Like, you're there, you're nervous, you want to have a drink, you have a couple of drinks before you go on stage. If you have a good show, you stay out, you're on it. Like, and then there's all the other stuff that allegedly goes with it. I know loads of people who have been in bands and thought that they were like fucking Liam Gallagher, and they've spent more time getting off their heads on fucking substances than they've done making music. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you got to fucking churn out some tunes, lads. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, we couldn't be off our head and do this simply because, forget about the money. Look at all, we've got to make the music, market ourselves, create the artwork, do the videoing, do
the
this,
gigs,
do the podcast.
It's just like an endless it's so much to do. We do one thing, we forget about another thing, you do that thing, and then you've got people like our missus is saying, oh, you didn't do this. And it's like, but
we did do all of that.
We did done all of that. Yeah, but you need to do this. Yeah, we do that, but now you've missed that. And it's like, it's like endless, isn't it?
No, you couldn't do it at that level. But you can see why if you did get to a level with something where the temptation would be there to live that lifestyle, particularly if you're on the road. But I don't know, though. I just think like I've kind of lived like that anyway. Like I spent a long time fucking living a bit like that, well, a lot like that, and I just think I don't know if I could fucking do it, to be honest.
Yeah,
I did.
It get fucking tedious, man.
I mean, we've all dabbled. I mean, maybe not as much as you two personally, but we've all rolled out of bed and carried on, or not gone to bed at all for days on end. I just think I feel like I'm too fucking old to do it now. Do you know what I mean?
You're only just gone 30, man.
But you're the youngest one, eh?
The thought of
I'm up for it. Let's go on it.
The thought of doing anything like that, like if I
fuck this,
if I have a hangover. If I have a hangover
from my
lasts
Baileys,
like 2 days, 3 days. Squeaky.
No, your recovery time gets worse as you get older.
That's
anyway.
what I mean. And I just can't face hiding under a duvet for a week.
That's what you would do, though, isn't it? It's be like, come on, we're going studio. I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm staying here. So I don't think we would end up like that. But I don't know. You can see why people do. I do think like having that experience and that, like I said, that edge and the potential to explore yourself a little bit differently, how other people would do, like normal people, is important to create something decent. Godfrey's just said, yeah, I met Goldie Looking Chain years ago. What were they like? They were actually quite normal, to be honest. They weren't really that off their heads. So I don't think they was off their heads like what people think they were. They were kind of just like pretty normal. I was more off my head than they were.
I don't think you can sustain that kind of lifestyle 24/7 and be creative, because I think it's going to take its toll. It's definitely going to take its toll on what you put out, because maybe you can crack out 3 great tunes, but then I just get the feeling that it will become really formulaic and you'll just end up throwing shit together.
Yeah, but nowadays, it goes back to what I said before as well, doesn't it? Like anything and everything gets squeezed like fuck. Like musicians today have to be working all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, again, squeeze the juice out of everything, do you know what I mean? Until it's got no more juice left, then fuck it off.
Yeah, I mean, you can't sit on an album for a year anymore.
Don't know, it depends how big you are.
I don't even think if you're that big.
I know, yeah.
Coldplay are going to tour an album for over a year, aren't they?
Yeah, but they can still tour their back catalogue.
They're not even touring anymore.
I thought they were.
No, they've said they're not touring until they can go carbon neutral with the tours.
Sure.
So thank fuck for fucking global warming.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Thank you. There is an upside to it. We're all going to die, but we won't have to fucking listen
I'd just
to them
be like,
cunts.
you want to tour in America next year? Sweet, there's a pedalo.
See ya.
Fucking go over to the US in that. Hopefully they don't make it.
Oh. I'm not a fan.
So there is an upside to the fact we're all going to die after all. Anyway.
We're
Yeah, that's what they said. I don't know. I don't think you need to you don't need to be off your head to be creative. It's got to be there in the first place. And that's the trap. Going back to the thing that I was saying before about the people who get in bands or they do music and they're like, right, I'm a fucking rock star. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, but you're not making any fucking tunes. You're just getting off your head.
Well, you're not putting any work in.
So
that's like 95% of doing anything creative is putting a shift in.
Oh, without doubt.
Do you know what I mean? And I just don't think I'd be able to do it.
Same thing applies to football. How many fucking great footballers have there been who haven't even graced the professional football fucking field because they just couldn't put the shift in?
Yeah.
I used to play with one who would like, he 100% could have been a professional footballer, but he was just like, he couldn't get his head around the fact he had to work as well. And then he used to do stupid things, like he followed a referee home after a game and fucking waited for him in his garden and all that. And he got a lifetime ban. We used to play him on the quiet, you know, when we went further afield and no one. But he was on the books at like second division fucking football teams in his 20s, and he's still fucking going out doing stupid shit. And it's, you know what it boiled down to is because he couldn't get, like I said, he couldn't get his head around the fact you needed to put a graft in.
Yeah.
So
some people can't.
It's the same. It's the same with music.
Yeah.
But graft isn't even enough.
No.
Lucy Spraggan is a teetotal now. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that, Paul. 'Cause I know that you're friends with her, so I'm not going to say nothing mean. She's obviously talented in that, but I don't think she's fucking in the same bracket as Pete fucking Doherty in terms of being off her head, is she? I don't think she fucking
some shit singer.
I don't think she was squirting fucking blood out of a needle at fucking Simon Cowell on X Factor, but fair play to her. A lot of people are teetotal now.
Should we move on?
For a week.
Yeah. Right, back on
Whose next subject is it? It's Doug's.
Mine's even more light-hearted than that.
Douglas.
Due to his recent release, I was thinking, just really, how does this guy keep getting the gig? I don't mean gigs in musical, and I'm on about Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie.
How the fuck does he keep releasing music? Films.
I don't know. It's a strange one. I haven't seen the new one.
I've seen it advertised on have you?
I don't even know what his new film is.
It's a Cockney thing.
It's got Hugh Grant in it, and he's doing
And Marty McCutcheon.
He's doing he's doing like a night with Niall and I kind of Cockney accent, isn't he?
God, that's a film. I haven't seen that in years.
I think I need to get the door open. That's a bit of Michael Caine as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's just, he made 2 good films,
The shit.
All right.
Nah, they're all right.
He
man.
made
Nah.
a film.
One
Yeah,
of them's
film, yeah.
good. The other one is just like I watched
You don't like Snatch?
it the other day. It's fucking shit.
To be
Is
fair,
it?
I watched Lock, Stock about 4 years ago, and I couldn't believe how dated it was.
Yeah, exactly. It's like fucking definitely maybe, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It is
Bringing it back to that.
It's the on-screen version of Definitely Maybe.
Fight Club was the same. I watched Fight Club, but sorry, I interrupted. You can make your point now.
I can't remember what it was.
Oh,
Oh
fuck
yeah,
it.
he made a couple of good films and has ridden that for the rest of
Yeah,
his life.
I watched King Arthur. Did you watch that?
I can't
No.
bring
It's
myself
King
to watch
Arthur,
it.
right? And it's the story of King Arthur, but everyone, like the soldiers and stuff like that, have got a proper full-on Cockney accent, but like proper East End Cockney, and everyone, like who's a king or whatever, in the higher positions,
Yeah.
have got more of a posh accent.
Isn't-
And it's just, it's like so cringeworthy. Do you know what I mean? I just don't know how these people, like the Elks, like him and the likes of,
Nicolas Cage.
yeah, it's people like that. How do they keep getting the gigs, man? Do you know what I mean? We
I don't
can't just
know.
get our one little gig. Do you know what
No.
I mean?
King Arthur thing though, isn't he a Roman soldier?
Who?
King
Guy
Arthur in Guy Ritchie's King Arthur, isn't Arthur a Roman soldier?
Nah, he's like a labourer or whatever.
He's a lady boy.
He's a lady boy. He's like a lady boy. Isn't
No,
he?
he's like a shoesmith. I was gonna say.
But isn't it like the Roman
It's
Empire?
like a horse shoesmith.
Aren't they like Roman soldiers though?
No, they're British, innit?
But I thought they're all dressed up like Roman sentries and shit.
No, they've all got.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong film.
No,
You're
they've
thinking
just
of
got.
Gladiator, innit?
Yeah.
Because I saw one that was about King Arthur, and they got the storyline completely wrong. It's like it's set after the Romans leave,
Must be good.
because it's about the Saxons, about fighting Saxons. King Arthur, the actual legend, the Cornish.
Apparently, David
legend.
Beckham's got a cameo in it.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, I saw. He
Really?
has,
What in
yeah.
the new film?
In
No.
the King Arthur
In
one.
the
In
King
King
Arthur,
Arthur, really? What
he
does
goes
he
like
like?
this, he goes, what are you doing?
Isn't it like we need to get this ball-shaped thing into this net, which is over there? I can't think of a way to do it. And he goes, I've got no idea, and comes up and just kicks it in. And they're all like, is that what happened?
I don't know. I've never seen it. Kyle said he's seen it.
I've said it's the most hideous film.
It's got your mate in it as well, isn't it?
What, Joff?
Who?
Fuck yeah. No, fucking Kira.
Oh, Keira Knightley's in it. Is she?
No, she ain't in it.
Is she not in it?
I can't remember, to be honest.
The
but
new
I don't
one's
think she is.
called The Gentleman.
The Gentleman, that's
Yeah.
it. I keep
Well,
getting
what
it.
the fuck's it about? Is it a gangster one or something?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
It's fucking Guy Ritchie, isn't it?
Cockney based.
All right,
Of course it
that's
is.
different for him.
Yeah, different Cockney based.
The thing is with those early films, yeah, I was saying this. I'm like, and it was on Netflix. I'm like, I want to watch Snatch. I want to watch Snatch. You want to watch Snatch? You want to watch Snatch? I put it on, and I was like, after half an hour, I'm like, I'm turning this off. This is fucking shit.
Who was you saying to watch it? Your
My missus. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I've
it's
done that
decent,
before.
It's decent. And it's like all
Not with
the
your
effects
missus.
and everything. All the effects and that. Like, it's the same with Fight Club. They think that the effects and the transitions are great at the time, and then they're just dated.
It's the same
And
with
like,
Blow,
it
isn't
just looks, it's too all over the place.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I've got like, I've been at home and I'm like, oh, we need to watch this film or whatever.
Yeah.
You put it on and you're like, no, it gets better.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
gets
I know,
better.
The bits coming up with the brick top. and that.
Apparently
Yeah.
it's about a Yank growing weed.
Yeah.
I'll give it a miss, I think.
I think
I want to watch The Irishman. I keep getting it mistaken with...
I've watched half of it.
Don't tell
I
me.
fell
that.
asleep.
I don't want you to
3.5 hours
talk.
long.
It looks pretty
I
good.
don't want you to talk about it.
Well, it looks pretty good. It's
I don't
pretty
want a
good.
Game of Thrones
He dies at the end, you know.
situation again where you tell me... I watched...
It
Like,
goes
have you watched
through
Game
his
of Thrones?
life.
Doug turned around to me when the first season of Game of Thrones came out. I went, have you watched Game of Thrones yet? I went, yeah, I watched the first episode. And so is it spoiler alert if I say?
I know. Who
No.
gives a fuck?
Well,
Sean Bean.
I've watched the first episode, and Doug went, "Oh, it's amazing when Sean Bean gets his head
No,
cut
that's
off."
the
Isn't it?
final episode. The
Yeah,
first
I know.
season, you mean?
But I said, you said to me, "Have you seen Game of Thrones
Oh,
yet?"
you'd seen
and
the
I
first-
said,
yeah,
"I've
sorry,
seen
yeah.
the first
Yeah,
episode."
but everyone knows that though. I've never watched it, and I know that happens.
Yeah, but the thing is you've watched the first episode. He doesn't die until like 10 episodes later, and Doug told me the fucking ending. And it's not the first time he's done that to me either. That's why I don't talk about films with Doug.
The
a ruin.
Irishman
I've-
looks good though.
Yeah,
does
it's
look
fucking
pretty
long
good,
and no,
mate.
Yeah,
it's-
3 hours and
I've watched
3.5 hours. Yeah,
I watched an
3.26.
hour and a half of it, and I had to turn off because I was feeling tired, and it's pretty good. I just can't get around the fact though, because They've done De Niro's face younger, haven't they?
Yeah, they got
I
that
don't
de-aging
know.
technique.
But the thing is, even
Oh,
that's
well,
what
they-
they did with fucking Princess Leia in the fucking.
yeah, I
Star
think so.
Wars.
Yeah,
I know, but it's pretty impressive. That
yeah, it is. But he's still meant to be a 20-odd-year-old,
Yeah.
and he doesn't look fucking 20, regardless of the de-aging process.
I
Do you know
watched a
what
good
I mean?
film the other day, actually.
What was it, Lady in the Tramp?
Frozen.
Jumanji. Welcome to the
Jumanji.
Jungle.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
shit.
What
that
with The
is.
Rock?
What with Kevin Hart and The Rock?
All of them with him
Mega.
on, and
Jumanji.
Robin Williams.
Jumanji.
What's wrong with Jumanji?
Jumanji.
I
Jumanji.
don't know. It's just crap, isn't it?
No, but I watched The Green Book.
The Green Book. What's that about?
It's good, isn't it?
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, I said it was good, didn't
I
it?
knew I'd read about it, but then he said it was good, and I saw it flash up. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna watch that, and we watched it, and you know what? Yeah, it is one of the best films I've seen in the last 10 years.
What's it about?
It's about
Until in 10 years' time, you go, oh, that was shit. I used to think that was.
yeah,
The
no,
transitions.
the
oh.
fucking effects on that. No, it's about this guy who has to drive this black musician round Deep South on tour. It's based on a true story, and then at the end, he gets his head cut off.
Oh. What, like Sean Bean?
Yeah, no, I'm
Game
joking.
of Thrones.
I ain't just giving any spoilers, but it's a really good film.
It does.
Did you
sound
know
good.
the guy, the real life guy, Tony Lips, is in fucking Sopranos?
No way. Which one?
The actual guy that
Oh,
it's
is he?
based on, yeah, he plays. Is it Camino or? Don't know. He plays. I don't really know. Not Game of Thrones. The fucking Sopranos.
You said
said
Sopranos?
Did I say
Sopranos.
Sopranos? I'm
What the
fucking
fuck?
tired, man. My head's going. Did I say this? Did I say
Oh,
that?
does he?
Yeah, he's in that. Yeah,
Who does he play?
Camino or someone like that.
Carmine.
Or Carmine or someone.
Carmine.
Don't
Little
know.
Carmine or.
I don't know, mate. I fucking never
'Cause
watched
there's
it.
two Carmines
Carmine.
in there. Little Carmine.
Gets his head cut off
The
at
only
the
one I
end.
can think of is Pussy.
Pussycat
Law.
Dolls.
No, Pussy. You know the big.
Yeah, I know,
The one
yeah.
that's
Who's the
rattling.
grass.
Yeah.
But it's a really good film, though. It's really good. Like the script's good in it, and it's got like some standout little moments, and
Yeah.
it's fucking.
You know what the Green Book is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's
a
a
novel.
guide, isn't it? Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
No, the Green Book is a guide to the deep south of which hotels or
Oh, they could
places
stay. They
can
would
stop,
let them
black people
Yeah.
could stop at.
because
Yeah,
that's
no,
the
it's
time of
decent,
segregation
man.
and whatnot.
highly recommended.
I will give it a go.
You should watch it.
I'm
It's
watching
good.
The Sopranos. Actually, it's funny you should bring that up. I started it.
I haven't
Couple
seen
weeks
it for
ago.
years.
It's still good. It's
As
really
good, or?
dated. It's still really good. It's not as good as The Wire. The Wire is fucking timeless for me. But The
Mm.
Sopranos is still good. I've just watched your favourite scene, by the way.
What with the Italian guy?
Yeah, when he comes in and
Kicks
Doug's
the
one
shit.
man show,
Oh, what, with the guns in, yeah.
and then he comes in and they go bang, and and then he slaps the woman.
Fuck you, bitch.
I hadn't seen it for years anyway. But yeah, the Green Book was good.
Should we
I think
move
that's-
on?
I think that's a transition.
Yeah.
We're transitioning.
Unless you want to do a live chat catch up, we haven't done one yet.
There hasn't been much really.
No.
We're up to date. We're up to date with the live chat.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I'll go on to my subject.
Damon Foster.
Which is
So when I was away, I saw this news report
When were you
about
When were you away?
about UFOs
When were you away?
the last few days.
Uh,
I mean, you're not noticed.
no, not really, because we've
yeah
been away.
because of
Bricks.
But you can't just
WhatsApp
go. When I
chat's
was
been-
away, what does that mean?
I was away in Manchester.
Over the weekend,
Stockport.
Yeah.
Seeing me dad.
you saw.
just an install.
I don't need to worry about it, do I?
No.
So what?
Yeah.
You saw
It's
a
on that
news
one.
report about UFOs.
Yeah, I seen a news
Yeah,
report
sorry,
on
go on.
UFOs in Truro.
Truro.
Really?
Yeah, but all over Cornwall, up to 30 plus UFOs in the sky.
Really?
Like quite a few people reported it.
What sort of ones?
Ones that do like mad maneuvers and weird shit, and like serious ones. It's getting serious out
So you
here.
think
getting
it's
serious.
aliens?
I don't know. That's my question.
Do we
Do we
think it's
believe
aliens?
in UFOs? Are the aliens? And are we fucked?
I'd like to answer for Doug. I think
Flat
I know
Earth.
what Doug's going to say.
What? Go on, yeah, go on.
That aliens don't exist, and they're lining you up for a fake alien invasion
Yeah.
of the flat Earth.
It's a hologram.
It's a hologram. VAR, man.
I think they're all man-made objects. It would be great if they were aliens, because obviously if they were aliens, they ain't going to attack us because they haven't attacked us since the first spotting of a UFO.
They might do one time, though, innit?
What, all of a sudden they decide you're a bunch of cunts?
I was speaking to Carly about this today. I think that they'd be scared of us.
Why?
Because we're like a little disease. We fuck each other up. So if they come down here, they're going to get fucked up, aren't they?
How do you know they don't fuck each other up?
I don't, but I'm going off his hypothesis. He's saying that they're not going to attack us, which means that they're probably placid. They're probably scared of us, isn't it?
No.
Either that or they're just not that interested in us.
Exactly, yeah.
I just think...
Are you interested in the world of ants?
Yeah.
Am I interested? Do I stand on ants? Yeah. All the time.
Yeah,
but
do
not
you
on
go out of
purpose,
your way
your
to
way.
visit ants?
Do people put ants in ant fucking runs and watch them? Yeah, so they'd
Yeah,
probably
the odd
nick a few.
person
Yeah,
does,
exactly.
yeah.
So the odd alien.
So people
Exactly,
say...
that's what
people
I'm
say
saying.
they get abducted. Fucking sneezing.
Fucking live sneeze, motherfuckers.
2 for the price of 1.
And I did move from the microphone on the third one. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna sneeze
exactly.
into
You
People say that they get abducted, don't they?
it. Exactly.
So that
Yeah,
would be
so
the
I think he's
collectors.
scared of us.
that
man.
would be the ants that have been put into the
Yeah, but
little.
then they bring
little
them
ant
back, innit?
farm.
With a probe in the ass.
What's the same with the ants? They don't
Probably,
kill the ants. They
yeah.
just observe them.
But he's still trapped in a little thing, innit?
So you think they're real?
Do
Yeah,
I
but-
think aliens are real? Right. Do I think that every year, go on, you're going to butt, do you butt?
No, it's fine. It was on the same kind of thing.
I don't think every UFO is an alien. I think most of it's probably man-made. There'll be loads of stuff that we don't even know about, yeah. Loads of stuff.
Yeah, of
loads of
course.
technology that we fucking... I mean, it's not even that new if you think about it. Like, the fucking Nazis were trying to get flying saucers off the ground, so there's going to be some shit that we don't know about. But do I think that there might be aliens that have been here? Well, they've got this signal that keeps coming from space, and they don't know where it's coming from, and it's getting closer and closer, and it isn't Independence Day. And I think it might be a giant object, and there's a theory, there's some kind of like a light sail theory or something, and they're getting worried that it's something that's coming towards us, but by the time it gets here on its current trajectory, I think it'll be like something like fucking thousands of years. Do you know what I mean? So there's definitely going to be life out there, but do I think that all this stuff is like aliens? I don't know. Because what about the abductions and that, yeah? I know there's loads of nutty people out there, but there was a famous incident, actually, in Manchester where someone reckoned they got abducted, yeah? And they actually ended up dead. They found him on top of a coal heap or something, and he had some kind of substance on him and all the toxicology. It's a famous case. They couldn't find out what the substance was. They didn't know what it was. And he just ended up there, dead, like fucking... They
So
reckon he
what,
got
was it
abducted.
liquid?
Some kind of liquid, yeah. And they're like, that people say he got abducted and he ended up with something on him. So maybe some shit has happened. You hear about cows getting mutilated and that, but that happens on Dartmoor with the witchcraft.
Yeah.
So, fuck
How
knows,
do you know
man.
it's them? You can't cast aspersions like that.
What? Witchcraft?
Yeah.
Mate, it's a fucking thing. Google it. Trust me. Anyone on the podcast now, Google Dartmoor witchcraft. It's a genuine thing, mate. Trust me.
Fair enough.
I'd like to go and find them, but they're scary, innit?
Did you ever hear about that case I think it's in New Jersey? In the
New
States.
Jersey.
New
No,
Jersey.
go on.
And they reckon that like 30,000 people saw the same UFO. And it's like really well
Don't know.
documented. And all these people were like literally like 30,000 phone calls to the police saying like there's a fucking UFO landed in this park, and they like walked up to it and shit apparently.
That's when it gets interesting, when more than one person can corroborate it in such detail that not everyone can be off their head.
Yeah, but then you can have what's that thing called, that term when
Like
people
shared hallucinations.
Yeah,
or
that's the
whatever.
one, yeah. So people, that's a real thing. So
But if you
just
don't
never
Not
understand
know.
every
what
time,
you're
no.
looking at, and it might be something. If you don't understand,
What
people
about
can
military
make-
people?
That's what I'm saying. Military people can make shit, and if a load of people, we all saw something that's made by the military that's never been released and nobody's ever seen, we would all be like, "Fuck me, is that an alien?"
Yeah.
And
Did you ever watch that Rogan podcast with the pilot that followed that UFO?
Yeah, I've seen one like that, I think.
What a load of ass.
No,
I
what did
did
he
not
say?
believe him one bit while I was watching it. He talks about this massive fanciful game and has no evidence to back it up apart from a 60-second clip that he didn't even shoot in his plane. It was someone else. It's just a load of bollocks. I don't know. I think there are aliens, but I just can't.
There must be.
Yeah, I mean,
I would love there to
the
be.
universe just
Well,
seems
there will
too
be.
vast.
There'll be
for
life
it.
out there somewhere else, won't there? It's
Yeah.
just impossible
It
for it
just
not to.
seems too
I'd love
vast
to be.
and
I'd
too
love
big.
to have a spaceship, innit?
I don't
The other
know.
week
I
you
don't
said you
want
didn't
to.
want
I
one.
know. Last week, I'm not
No.
going to space.
Yeah.
No, but I'm on
Fuck
about
space.
a proper spaceship, not a rocket. I'm on about
like-
like a Millennium Falcon or some shit
Millennium-
like
I don't think I'm
Millennium
into it,
Falcon.
mate.
that. I mean,
Yeah, I want to sit with Chewie and fucking go.
no, I mean, if
Easy
you had a
Chewie. Rather have a
spaceship
jet
like
ski.
that and travelling
I'd
to
have a jet ski.
You know what I mean?
and travelling to different worlds in your spaceship. Do you know what I mean? These magical worlds
What,
that
like
might
Star
be
Trek?
out there.
What would you rather
Yeah.
be in, Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Yeah,
Star
I
Wars
think
is
Star
more
Wars.
normal looking kind of things
Yeah.
around that you can kind of talk to. Whereas in
Star
Star
Trek-
Trek, they're all like odd.
It just seems a bit weird, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
like Earth in the Star Trek.
You know what I don't get
Yeah.
about this hologram stuff? Because Simon Tucker's just said hologram fired at the same miles apart. I think he means fired at the same time, miles apart. Yeah. What's to be gained by just every now and then sticking a random hologram in the space?
Fake alien invasion.
Yeah, but why? For what?
To have a new world order and world
But there doesn't
government.
need to be a new world order because there's already a world order. So who's doing it?
Yeah, but a new
The people
world
that are
order.
already running the world.
The
Yeah,
new
but
world
where does
order.
that stop? It's not
It
some.
doesn't stop, does it? Because it's
Yeah.
not like they're going to get overthrown by the fucking
Age.
Yeah,
like
but that's what I'm
friends.
saying.
Get the
When you're in
guillotine out.
power, what do? You keep enforcing new power. That's the whole point.
Yeah, but there's already like loads of stuff to do that. Why would you need to reinvent something?
because you,
Well,
you reinvent what's the point then in a shop of having a new procedure every fucking
It's
year?
a bit
when
elaborate,
one,
isn't it?
yeah, no, but let's say
Do you know what I
that's
mean?
the fact. Let's say when you work in a shop at fucking Tesco, we've got a new procedure this year for fucking stamping the tomatoes with the price, and it's a new one next year. And it's like, but the old one was good, and it's like, yes, but we do it this way now.
I get
to
what you're
enforce
saying in terms
bullshit.
of like the reinforcement and things change, but it's a little bit elaborate. I just think there's shit that it's probably military craft being tested, or there's genuine shit that we don't know what it is. I don't think it's holograms. I mean, they can't even do a hologram of 2-pack properly.
That was the first one, though.
Know what I mean?
To be fair, they probably got better now.
Nah, it's not
How
happening.
do you know when you go to a gig that you're actually watching the
I
act?
don't
and
go
it's
to
not
gigs.
A hologram. That's true.
I
When was
hate
the last
music.
gig we went to? It was fucking years ago. The last one I went was out of hand.
Religion needs to be reignited. That's a fair point. I could see that one. I could see that as a plot.
Are you having a laugh?
Like, it's like on War of the Worlds. Man, that was a shit remake.
I still haven't seen it.
It's terrible. It's like watching Doctors.
What film?
I like Doctors.
War of the Worlds,
The one on
remake
BBC?
on BBC, yeah.
I switched it on the other night for 10 minutes, and it was like set in like the 1800s or something.
That's when
Early
the original
1900s,
set.
yeah.
1800s. It's set
Early
in the
1900s.
1900s.
He
it
said
was.
early 90s.
Yeah, it was the early
Yeah,
1900s.
but this looked like it was set in fucking late 1800s.
16.
And
think it
I
was
didn't
like
see any
1902.
aliens. I watched it for
1902.
15 minutes and there were no aliens in
There
it.
was like this spider alien, and I just thought, why wouldn't you just fucking get the fly spray out? You know what I mean? It's coming, just get fucking fly spray.
It's Thunderchild, isn't it? The ship.
There.
What Simon say?
It's my
I've already
favourite song.
said it. Religion
needs
needs
to
to be
be
reignited. It's a
to
fair
keep-
point.
It's my favourite song on the War of the Worlds record.
The soundtrack one on it.
That one, yeah, but I like Come on, Thunderchild.
There was none of the music on it.
That's a shame. That would have been good if they'd used that as well.
It was a shit remake, really was. But
Was the Tom Cruise one better?
I think the Tom Cruise one for the first hour was not bad, you know.
I
I've
like the
never
one
seen it.
bit in that where he comes back and this kid goes, "Is it the Europeans?"
Yeah, no, yeah. That's funny.
It's a typical American response. If the Europeans attacked, and he's like, "No."
Because that's really open-ended as well. Because
Yeah.
is it Russia or are the British coming? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
It's just the second half of that film's terrible. But I think they
Yeah.
get the threat of it bang on at the beginning. It's just like, what's this weird shit? And then it's just like, goes out into the street and everyone's getting like fucking evaporated and that. It's
Yeah,
like,
into dust, isn't it?
shit.
That's when he's covered in dust, human dust.
Get the kids and run.
Did you ever watch the 50s or 60s War of the Worlds?
Is that the one where the things come out the top of the...
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was decent.
And they got all the army men there just like getting...
Scared me
rinsed.
to death, that did.
I thought it was terrible.
Yeah, well,
No,
I
like
saw it in the
I like
50s, didn't I?
this. Oh, did you? Scared me half to death.
On my UFO.
Do you believe these people though? You know, seen them on Rogan and that, and they're like ex-CIA, and they've been working with aliens. They've literally been working with a particular alien who's taught them everything.
I've never
I
seen.
just want to
anything
know
like
Do you
where
know
the
what I mean?
proof is. Because there's always stuff that gets leaked, innit? You can't. It doesn't matter how
Haven't
good
you
you
seen
are.
these ones? These guys saying this
Yeah,
though.
well, that's just.
Are you on about
I could
Bob
say that
Lazar?
now, innit?
Yeah, but there's other ones as well. Yeah,
I've
There's
seen
other
Bob
guys.
Lazar, but he doesn't claim that it was an alien. He just didn't know what it was.
No, there's another one where they were actually working with the alien on and reverse engineering
That's
stuff
Bob Lazar.
with. But there's other guys who've said this as well.
I just want to know where the proof is.
Well, his proof is that he doesn't have any proof.
All right, yeah, that's conclusive. I'm Jesus.
Exactly. But the thing is, like,
Prove it.
what
I
he
can't.
said, I think, like, I don't really know, but I think Bob Lazar was the one that outed Area 51 and all that shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, nobody really knew about it until Bob Lazar came out and said, "Oh, I work at S4." And they were like, "What the fuck is that?" And it turned out it was S4 as part of Area 51. So it's kind of like, I don't know, I get like a weird, is it cold calling or cold feeling? What the psychics do when they're like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
does
yeah,
the name John ring any bells?
yeah.
It's cold. What's it called?
Cold reading,
I think.
Cold
Yeah, cold
reading. That's
reading.
it. Yeah.
It's fucking cold in here and I'm
It's
reading.
fucking
isn't it?
freezing in here. I just get the sense that maybe it's a bit like he just gets lucky, like because it's like the great predictor. What was he called? Nostradamus.
That's a good question. I'll
Yeah.
ask it.
Like you'll get lucky if you say enough shit. Something will happen. Do you know what I mean? Then you're like, that's what he meant 400 years
Mate,
ago.
I predict loads of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that
same.
becomes true.
Yeah. Herman's is that Herman?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Go on.
Yeah, you do it.
Do you think aliens are already among us? I think that's a good
The
question.
age of deceit.
Amongst or
For a start, I think Sarah
Among-
Jessica Parker is. She's fucked up
She's
looking.
She's got a horse face, if ever.
No,
I
it's
saw
face like a foot. She's from the foot.
yeah. She's a footian.
Yeah.
E.g. Tory party and royals, they're not like us at all. Well, I guess it depends what you fucking determine as what your definition of an alien is. But yeah, you can be an alien in New York, so I guess they are aliens in a way, but they're not lizards. All this lizard stuff's just
Sting
nonsense.
sang
man.
about one.
He did. Sting's a lizard as
Illegal
well, though, isn't he?
alien.
Yeah, he's already done that.
Again,
Oh,
what,
have you?
That's where you remembered it, mate.
again,
Because he
where's-
said you could be an alien in New York.
Where,
Sting sang about an alien.
I predicted it. Where's the evidence?
I,
of the
said, I
lizards,
thought
man?
it first.
Where's the evidence? You tell what they can't be photographed. They can't be this, that, or the other. It's just not true.
I've seen pictures of the Queen.
Go on a banknote.
Yeah,
What? Naked?
yeah, fit. No, I've seen pictures of the Queen. I've seen video of the Queen.
As a lizard.
No, just as you said, they can't be caught on camera.
Apparently, lizards don't sweat.
Really? No, because they're cold-blooded.
I'm pretty sure if the Queen went for a run, she'd sweat. Don't know.
Wow.
It's straying into fucking
She's got
mad
servants that
territory.
run
We've
for
done
her.
David Icke in the
David
other
Icke.
podcast. I'm not into the lizard theory. I just think it's a load of nonsense.
What about the colonies on
It's
Mars?
a metaphor. What?
What about that? Like the colonies on the moon and all that?
Elaborate about that.
Well, apparently there's colonies on the moon.
I've
Do you
heard
believe
this
that?
about the moon before, and someone posted this video of all these fucking spaceships going in and out of the moon. And I
Yeah.
just looked at it and it's like, that's After Effects.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I saw a fucking, it's so shit, it's brilliant documentary about military bases on the moon. And it was just like you say, it's like little tiny dots, but it just looks like noise when you haven't got enough
Grain
light.
on the camera.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just like artifacts bouncing on, and they're like,
I was going to mention that
that's
earlier.
spaceships.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, I've
there's
seen- I
a
think I've
there's a
seen the same one.
starport on the moon.
Yeah, some scientists were saying it's like if you look at nothing, you know, and you can see all squirrels in front of your
Yeah.
eyes. It's the same thing as that.
Yeah.
Because it was proper zoomed in the camera, wasn't
Yeah.
it, as well? Yeah.
But a camera, if it's not got enough light, and you boost the sensitivity electronically,
Yeah,
it
it
goes
creates
grainy,
noise.
doesn't it?
Yeah, and that's all it is. It just looks like noise on a fucking black and white filter as well. It's like,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh, you see these circles? Well, they shouldn't really be that perfect a circle. So this is obviously a landing pad.
I mean, let's get our head round that
I've
question.
seen
Yeah?
that one, you know.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just get your head round the prospect of an alien coming to the Earth, yeah. And yeah, the Earth's big, yeah, but we live in this country, right? So let's say, for argument's sake, the alien comes. It's like, yeah, man, I'll go and have a mish. I'll go and have a look at Earth. I end up in fucking Plymouth. I'm an alien. What's he gonna do? Go down the high street and go in Weatherspoons? I'd just be like, this is shit.
But it could be taking samples.
Look at the fucking state of this.
It could be taking samples.
Mate, if I was an alien, I'd just be like, let's just fucking do away with this lot.
Well, you got to think.
Fuck them off, innit?
How
No,
close?
they might find something cool.
Like what?
How close?
The Malthusian Trap.
Oh, wicked.
We're big on Mars.
Yeah, it's our only option.
How close do you reckon they are? Like, how far away? Don't chuck your rubbish on the
I'm
floor.
going to pick it up after.
How
Just
close
doing
to
my
what?
head in.
Like, where are they from?
Aliens?
Yeah, what planet?
Don't know. Diffidus. Fucking different.
Diffidus.
Universes. You've
So it's
got
quite
black
far.
They're from
holes. You've
Diffidus.
got loads of shit you could be doing.
It's quite far to go then.
Yeah.
Well, no, because they can warp time and fly through fog holes, I was going to say.
Fog holes.
Through wormholes. Do you know what I mean? So they could be the other end of the universe.
That's still an effort, though, isn't it?
Not really, if you got the technology.
It's still an effort.
It's
though.
like us flying from
It'd
here
be
to
a
Scotland.
disappointing
That's an
holiday,
effort,
wouldn't it?
though.
No,
Well,
that'd
no,
be mega.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying
It's like,
is
fuck me.
maybe they come all this way because where they are is shit.
God, mate, really?
Maybe.
No, they're taking
How do you know?
samples.
What kind of samples?
Skin and semen and
Semen.
Do you know what
Fucking
I
love
don't
hanging
know.
around the docks.
No, maybe they've already got those samples and now
How
They're
many
getting-
samples do
They
they
want something
need
else.
as well? I mean, they've apparently
What are they
been
doing with
abducting
it?
people forever.
Space docking.
Space docking people forever. So what do they? Why do they need more samples?
Probing.
to see how we're evolving or something.
What, over like 40 years?
Maybe
Yeah.
it's just an ant colony then. So it's like, let's go and check on them.
Well,
Oh, they're fucking bombing each other
Yeah,
again.
exactly. Maybe they don't understand us and they're trying to understand
the rat's back.
the mind of the Malthusian Trap.
So
no, or
they're in Weatherspoons observing.
yeah, they could be. Yeah,
Curry night.
Mark.
I don't-
Mindy.
I don't.
Mark and Mindy.
I don't understand why last week that man got into a fight for no apparent reason, but this week he's quite chilled.
What
Do you
is
know what
the
I mean?
meaning of dickhead?
So Eamon, yeah, Eamon's got the question: if they've got futuristic biotechnology, they could easily shapeshift. That's just like saying anything. It's like if I've got futuristic flying technology, I could easily fly without a plane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could be being observed right now.
we
this
are.
We
cup
are.
could-
It's on- we're
by
Yeah,
7
I know.
people.
streaming.
No, but in the room by this cup.
Yeah, maybe.
'Cause
What,
it's
like on
shape-shifted.
The cup is watching us.
Transformers?
What do they shape? What, and that changes into
Like a transformer.
Optimus Prime is now a mug.
Yeah. it
There's
just-
defo aliens in Weatherspoons in Buxton. Yeah, to be fair.
Mm.
But yeah, aliens. I think they probably do
dunno.
exist, but they're not
Probably.
here, are they?
Do you reckon there's a theory that the Greys are AI? You heard that?
No.
What,
You
the
know
rapper?
Yeah. No. The you know the traditional alien head,
Yeah.
grey body,
Yeah,
little
yeah.
tiny thing. There's a theory that they're robots
And they've come back in time.
and people are sending them to because it's so far to go, even
Yeah.
with all the fog holes.
Yeah.
That it's like it would be too much strain for the rat is climbing right above my head right now.
I know.
There's loads of mad theories on the Greys, though, like they're an
What do you think about
evolved
that?
form of the human.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
I mean, what do you think about that? Do you reckon that's possible?
Yeah, it could be it seems plausible if there were aliens. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Everything's plausible if you put it into the right framework.
There's
Yeah.
there's a lot of because I used to be into all this kind of shit. Yeah, there's a lot of UFO sightings around nuclear arms bases as well.
Yeah.
Like maybe I don't know, man. But then I'll tell you what else is mad. Yeah, this is a good one. the time traveling shit. Have you seen the
Yeah.
guy who did the time
The
travel?
guy with the shades on in 1930 or
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Hoover
the
Dam.
guy at the Mike Tyson fight who's on a mobile phone or taking a picture.
There were mobile phones.
Yeah,
in
no,
there?
not in this one.
Not with
He's
a
like
camera
using
phone.
like a smartphone. But
Yeah.
then, did you hear about the guy who said he'd come back from the future?
I thought you
and
said Thailand then.
yeah, from
Come
Thailand.
back from Thailand and he was
He
like,
had
oh.
boobs and a dick, and they did a fucking polygraph on him, and he passed the polygraph.
Yeah, but what's the fuck?
You can pass
Polygraph.
polygraph.
Yeah, you
yeah.
can,
I've
but
passed
still
one.
though. Fucking Jeremy Carlo. they're still 97% or 98%
Bollocks.
accurate. So in 100 times,
So what was this
you'd
guy
have
at the
98.
Tyson fight? What did he have?
he had a.
It looks like he's got an iPhone.
Like an iPhone, yeah.
Yeah, but he could just be taking it with his digital camera.
No, it was before
no,
digital
it
cameras.
looks
It's
like
in the
it looks
the
like a phone.
fucking
Looks like he's doing this.
80s.
Maybe he had, yeah, but he could have just had his like shooting whatever they're called, hold and shoot. You know, one of those old
Point and
cameras.
Yeah, but
then
they're
just
like that.
bang.
But
Yeah,
he's
but he could be
he's
like that. He could be going, yeah, look
Yeah,
at that.
he could well be doing a
Do you know what I
portrait,
mean?
The guy
suppose.
on the bridge is funny though as well.
Yeah.
What's
so-
that one?
The guy who's in different clothes in like the 20s or something. He's
Yeah.
in like today, like
It's the
kind of
Hoover
shit
Dam,
that he
though,
would wear
isn't it
or
the Hoover
something.
Dam or
I
something?
can't
The-
remember.
the-
There's a few of them.
Well, have you seen Nicolas Cage and Johnny Depp?
I've
They're-
seen
they're
the
time
pictures of them.
travellers. They're time travelers.
It stands to reason though that in the past someone will have looked exactly like someone
Yeah,
else
I've
just
seen
by
some of those.
genetics in it.
The thing is how many, you go
That was
through
me.
life.
Oh, shit
You go
myself,
through life and you start seeing the same faces.
Yeah, of course you do.
Do you know what I mean? There's people that I've met that I swear I went to school with, but they're like 5 years younger than me. I've never met them before, but they look exactly like so and so I used to go to school with. Or
Yeah.
whatever. Do you know what I mean? End of the day, there's only so many faces, I suppose.
Exactly. But yeah, there we go. That's that. Fucking UFOs, aliens, time travelers, lizards.
Yeah.
Fucking go. The list goes on. We love shit like that here, though, innit?
The
Right.
list goes on.
Might as well do culture test corner.
Culture.
Go on, you
test.
introduce it. It's your
Is it me?
Your ting in it, blood.
Oh yeah. So this week it's B-list presenters,
Television.
television presenters. Yeah.
Who has to go first? Is
Meet
it
the winner.
The winner goes first.
And mine is
Don't say it. Don't fucking steal. mine.
Amanda Holden.
Ah, okay, you can have that one.
Is
Amanda
she a presenter?
Holden.
Yeah, X Factor bullshit.
She don't present. She's a panelist.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
give
the-
a shit.
Yeah,
Is
she's,
that the
yeah,
same
she's on
thing?
the. She's
Yeah.
a judge, isn't she?
Yeah.
The judge. She's not presenting.
She's part presenting. She's co-presenting. I don't give a fuck. She's going on it.
Amanda
I like
Holden.
Amanda Holden.
Oh,
anyway,
shut up, do ya?
Didn't she go out with Les Dennis?
And,
She
and
did,
that's
yeah.
another reason she had enough. She fucking shat on him, didn't she?
with
poor
him
Les.
from Men Behaving Badly.
Yeah, Neil Morrissey.
Neil Morrissey, really?
Yeah.
She's got a shit taste in bed, doesn't she? Start with Les, go to Neil.
But I can't stand this woman. She's so full of herself. She has no skills. She looks like shit. Let's be honest.
I don't think that's fair to say that she's got no skills
What's her skills?
being on the telly.
Fucking, there's plenty of shit people on the telly.
She's on the telly, innit? Is she on Britain's Got
Everyone-
Talent or X Factor?
I don't know.
X Factor. And Britain's Got Talent, I think. I don't
Where
know.
did she start? What did she? How did
Exactly.
she get into?
Fucking exactly.
I think I'm going to have to
what
look
did
it
she
up,
do? You're
innit?
gonna have to, because she just seems to be one of those people.
Wasn't she an actress?
I think she
I
might have
seem
been.
to think she was like like a weather girl or something like that, or maybe she was on the stage.
Doesn't her face annoy you?
I don't watch
I
that
don't-
kind of TV.
yeah, I don't watch
mate.
that
Yeah,
kind of
neither
TV.
do I,
So
but
I never see her.
Tech Santa.
Early life, career, television.
What did she do?
What did she start in?
She was a
A
contestant.
contestant on
on a game
Blind Date.
show,
There
Blind
you
Date.
go.
She was a contestant on a show, and
and
someone
then
said
she
you
did
should
some
be on telly.
acting.
So she's
Yeah, I thought she
basically
was an actor.
So she's basically a modern day fucking Big Brother fucking telly goer, as you might say.
Tellygoer.
Yeah.
What's a tellygoer?
There's the ones who's on the telly and
She's a
there's a cunt.
tellygoer.
She did get famous for Les Dennis, to be fair. 'cause
Yeah.
She had the affair. Do you remember-
Wild Heart, yeah, she was in that. That was shit. I watched 10 minutes of that.
Wild Heart.
Wild
Wild
at Heart. Is
Heart.
that in South Africa?
Yeah, and
South
all the
Africa.
animals get fucking.
Oh yeah, there was Matey from My Family in it. Is that one?
No, it was another guy.
He was in it, the guy from My Family, the comedian.
The young one.
The one who did the BT adverts.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in it for a bit, yeah.
He weren't, was he?
He was, yeah.
Is he the same actor that's in that shit Wimbledon film?
No, that's the guy who's married to that
Paul
Jennifer
Bettany.
Connelly. Yeah, he's married
They
to
look
that
very
actress.
similar, don't they? Is it me or do they look very similar?
They do look
He's-
a bit similar.
He's not a bad actor.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah. He was in
Why the
the
fuck was
Da
he making
Vinci
Wimbledon?
Code as well, wasn't he? Or the
yeah,
one
he
after
played
that.
the flagellant.
Yeah, the flagellant.
That's what they call themselves.
Yeah, no, he weren't called the flagellant.
Yeah, but
he
he
was
was.
he self-flagellated.
Yeah, and they call themselves the flagellants.
They didn't call him the flagellants.
Yes, they do, because they flagellate themselves.
Fucking
It's a
flagellants.
medieval thing.
How
my
did we
friend.
get to fucking Amanda Holden to self-flagellants? Fucking,
a
that's going on her
medieval thing.
Wikipedia page.
They
Someone
weren't called a
Wikipedia
group-
her
They weren't
page.
a group saying they're the flagellants.
They were. They were a group of fucking devout Christians in like the Saxon era.
And they
or
used to
something.
play in
say
pubs and
that
that.
used
They
to- yeah.
they self-flagellate.
Wicked
Have you got in tonight, Joe? Got the
Yeah,
self-flagellants?
it was like a form of like,
Ah, sweet, you got any
No,
tickets?
yeah, I know what it is.
and they were a group. They were a group of people that like
but
monks.
they weren't known
Went-
as the self-flagellators.
went to shit
No,
when
they
they
were
went
called
solo.
the flagellants.
Want the same?
What's that?
Said they were. You said they were a group, and I said it went to shit when they went solo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my. She ain't gonna get
Amanda
picked, is she?
Holden.
You've got to give me some more reasons, though. You haven't really given
I
me
know,
I
other than
have.
that you don't
Mate,
like the
I
way she
don't
looks.
need-
Or
exactly,
what she has
yeah.
to be
Because she's
Are you-
appealing
you're
to be
being-
on
Well,
the
if you shut
TV.
up a
You're being
second.
sexist and judging a woman based on her looks.
No, she's just crap at presenting.
Fair enough.
And she talks shit. She talks utter garbage when she talks.
I need a
I
bit
mean,
more, though. I need more.
More garbage than I talk. Seriously. And that's saying something.
I need more than that, though. I don't
No.
I don't think
I'm
you've
not putting her
persuaded
in.
Me. Well, I'm going to hold
Hold
judgment.
on, you haven't heard the others yet.
Well, I know who mine is. I'm sticking with mine the way this
Sorry.
is going.
Well,
I
come
keep
on
getting
then.
distracted by your nips.
Yeah, and me as well.
Got a nip on, innit?
Cracking pair.
I'll put them away. Just trying to sway the vote. Who's going next?
You can go next.
Mine's Stephen Mulhern.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Oh, you'll know his face. He's got a face that you just want to slap,
Get
innit?
it up. Let's see if we
He
can.
does all the fucking programs like, how funny is your hamster? It's like, mate, get
How
the
funny is
fuck
your
out
hamster?
of here, you fucking annoying cunt. He's just got an annoying face, annoying voice. Hang on.
Oh, he's off catchphrase.
He's a dick.
He does catchphrase.
I don't care. It's shit. He does not. He's not. It's a
Oh,
cracker.
yeah, I know what you mean.
You know.
He is wank. He is a terrible
This one.
presenter.
He's not as bad as Amanda Holden.
Mate, look at him.
I
Look
think
at his
he's pretty
fucking.
bad,
Look at him.
mate, to be honest.
The fucking weird guy, man. He's
Yeah.
weird.
An
Look at
alien?
the fucking state of this guy.
Do yourself a favour and Google it if you haven't. What's
Mate,
his name
Stephen
again?
Mulhern. Everyone Google Stephen Mulhern. He's a weirdo.
I fucking love catchphrase.
He hasn't. He's just had a lot of fucking
Mate, he's a fucking
self-groomed to the
How-
absolute
like,
fucking
he's
max.
weird. He looks like he's gonna fucking murder you in your sleep. He's gonna come in and wriggle through your ear when you sleep and just fucking stab you in the brain or something. He's a weirdo. He looks like I don't know. He looks like a fucking leprechaun. Well,
He does.
He
being
does look like a
racist. I'm not
leprechaun.
being racist. He's English. He looks like a fucking leprechaun.
I don't know. I don't
And all the programs he does is shit. He does all those programs like How Funny Is Your Pet? It's like, fucking hell, mate, give it a rest. And you know what, yeah? He's one of the most highest paid presenters on the television.
I wouldn't doubt it.
More than Philip Schofield. And I don't like Philip Schofield, but I think, fucking hell, he's paid his dues to be fucking paid more than some little fucking weird-looking cunt like that.
He's paid his
He's a
dues.
weirdo.
Yeah, I've got to say
He's
he's
shit
crap.
as well. He's got. I fucking can't stand him.
I really like catchphrase as well. Bring back Roy
Catchphrase,
Walker.
old school.
What have you said? What's his
I
been
can't
said?
fucking.
No,
can't
come on.
say.
I can't read it. Tell me what's
I'll
been said.
show you the comment.
Let me have a look.
He's just a fucking. People say that about me though. To be fair,
True.
you know what I mean.
Oh.
He's all fucking. It's just shit as well. It's not even to do with how he looks. That's just part of it. And his programs are shit. He's on the radio, and when I hear his voice on the radio, it makes me feel sick.
Yeah.
There you
Fair enough.
go. Go on. You need
I'm
to
so
get it out of
torn
the
with this because I don't really know what you mean by B-list.
It's could be anything, couldn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm so torn. There's like 5 that I could
Well,
name.
you have to pick one.
Have
Just
we-
pick
did
the
we-
most
did we
annoying
do-
fucker.
Did we do news presenters?
Not yet, no.
We kind of talked about it last week then. Jeremy Vine.
Oh, yeah.
Jeremy Vine.
It's not fucking a Stephen Mulhern for me.
The worst presenter by far, Jeremy Vine. Can't talk to people like on the phone. Cannot give a comment of his own. Like, has no position on anything. And yet he does news which includes hard news, like terrorism and fucking murder and all that. He still talks about it, but he has no charisma. He has no authority. He's a fucking pleb. And is the most undesirable voice to hear, not only on the radio, but see his face along with it on Channel 5. He's ruined a show that used to be good and then
The
went
right
shit
stuff used to
anyway.
be good.
It used to be good and then it went shit towards the end.
Yeah. It's fair
But
enough.
I still don't understand why it's called The Right Stuff, because it was named
It's not, it's
after...
called The Jeremy
It's
Vine
called the
Show.
Jeremy Vine.
Is
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then fuck it. He's ruined The Right Stuff. He's taken away the name and everything. Fuck him. He deserves to go in Coach Test Corner.
I don't know. He's just with him. Yeah, like he is shit, but when he's on the telly or on the radio, he's not so shit that he makes me feel sick.
Really? Because he makes me feel fucking sticky.
Stephen Mulhern's the worst one.
I don't know.
There's a couple of others I was going to bring in, but I
I
didn't.
don't know. Stephen Mulhern, he's got an odd face, but
Mr. Chips.
Epitomises
He's just
that.
like-
You can't go off.
Mr.
the thing with
Chips
Stephen-
says him every
the
time.
reason with Stephen Mulhern, I don't,
Why don't you
he's
go out
just
with
a
him?
bit.
I will.
I know he's just a bit there. He's like neither here nor there, is
He
he?
epitomises
Do you know what I mean?
He's
that
kind of-
shiny generation of fucking talentless cunts on the TV.
I don't think he's quite
Yeah,
there.
but I think
He
he's.
is.
I think underneath it
You don't
all.
think he's quite there? He's paid fucking like £4 million a year.
But I think he's a nice.
Amanda
bloke.
Holden's worse.
She's
than
not
him.
even a presenter technically. She's a fucking panelist.
Yeah, she's not. She's
I
a
did
judge,
say presenters
really.
or B-list celebrities.
No, you didn't. You,
didn't, you
said
said
B-list
B-list
presenters, which I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
I don't think we're going to be able to split this one.
I do. 'Cause I'm going to go for one of your two.
I'm not swaying anyway. so.
I'm not sold. Amanda Holden isn't a presenter, and
What do you mean
I'm
she's
not.
not a
she's not a
presenter?
presenter.
She has presented.
On what?
When she goes, my next act is...
But she's a judge on the show. She's a personality on the show. She's a B-list. She's probably not even B-list.
She's
celebrity.
A-list.
Well, shall we vote
she?
then?
Well, yeah, everyone.
She's not fucking A-list.
A-list in this country, yeah.
No.
She's not A-list.
She is.
Philip Schofield's an A-list presenter.
Amanda
What
Holden
level?
is an everyday name in this country.
What
Everyone
level?
Watch, think of how many people watch fucking Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah, but what level?
She might be B-list to us because she's fucking not Oliver
Outside-
Reed.
Outside of Manchester, what level are the Corrie stars?
Well, outside of Manchester, I'd probably say they're C.
I say Amanda Holden's lower than that.
Nah,
Yeah.
not a chance.
I don't think there's anyone that really likes her. Surely there can't
She's
be
on
people
the
that
telly
like
all the
she's
time.
great.
I bet if you, how many people know
who
who she
she's
is?
shagging?
I don't know who she's shagging.
Probably some chief
Producer
exec.
or
She
something,
doesn't
yeah,
really
something
need
like
to
that.
do that anymore, does she?
Don't know.
She does. Her face has turned into a foot as well.
That's not enough reason to put her in culture.
I
Well-
know, so that would just make it.
Just for
I'm
argument's
calling
sake.
some guy a leprechaun, and you're saying some woman looks like she's got a foot on her face.
And I'm saying Jeremy Vine's a cunt.
Well, should we make a vote?
Jeremy Vine.
I'm staying with Stephen Mulhern. I'm not going.
Well, I'm going to make a choice out of your two.
You're gonna have to, mate.
And it's going to have to be Jeremy Vine.
I knew you'd go with Vine. See, I just disagree with that.
Champione.
I just fucking disagree, man.
There's no way. Look, Mr. Chip saves him.
Mate, when do you ever watch the modern day catchphrase?
Me and my missus watched a marathon of it the other day. She'd
You
never seen it
fucking
before.
sad bastards.
She'd
Watch
never
the old
seen it
stuff,
before.
man.
It
Why
wasn't
would you
on.
watch the
Yeah,
new
let's get
things?
It wasn't
reruns
on.
of catchphrase.
It wasn't on. And I have fucking watched that. I've watched
You
reruns.
can't watch the new catchphrase. It's just like, I don't know.
It's weird.
It's like watching Holby City when you can watch Casualty.
Do you know what they've done with it? They've made it high energy. Like they've made
What,
the
it's
new
got
one.
Danny Dyer on it.
No, but it's like
Come
everyone's
on, Mr.
like
Chips, you fucking muggy cunt.
they've tried to make it like an American show where it's all like, yeah, that's great. Now on to the next one. Can you say what you see? You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? But no,
I was going to say
Ross.
either Emma Willis or Davina McCall.
I was going to say Davina McCall.
I was
Because
going to
Emma
say,
Willis is the new Davina, isn't
Which
she?
one's Emma Willis?
Oh, I like Emma Willis, man.
She's a fucking knob. She's talentless.
Which
She's
one
the
is she?
female fucking Stephen Mulhern. The fucking
What's she on?
cunt.
What's she on? What does she do?
I can't
Just, Big
understand
Brother.
the hatred
I don't
of
watch
Stephen Mulhern.
I don't get it. He
I mean,
strikes me
I
as a
don't-
nice bloke.
I don't
really.
like.
Fuck
I
off.
know
He strikes
he
me as
does.
a fucking... You know what?
He
Yeah.
strikes me as
I'm
quite
going to
an
break the
innocent
policy. He strikes me as someone who's going to come out in future years. He's one of them. Fucking pedo.
I like the way that you can break the policy whenever you want.
He's a weirdo. He's a weird-looking guy.
I don't think he is. I
He's
think
just
he's
well
genuine.
groomed, mate, and
I
he's had
bet-
some Botox, hasn't he? That's
Yeah.
what's happened.
Yeah, he spent his money on
He's
his
a
face.
fucking weirdo.
His face is his moneymaker. He's got to look after it.
He's shit as well. Like,
He is poor. I wouldn't say he's a good presenter.
one day we're going to get sued.
Well,
He said in the future I'm going to be a pedo.
it's Jeremy Vine all the way. He's terrible.
That's fine. I can take it on the chin.
He is terrible.
Yeah. So
Do you know who else I was going to say? I was going to say Piers Morgan,
Oh.
but I thought he was too.
no, he's not B-list though, is
No,
he?
I didn't think he was too.
No,
I was
he
gonna
isn't.
say-
I wouldn't say him because he might be. This is like back catalogue stuff.
If I can
To
mention
store.
them for this one,
Yeah,
I was
but-
going to say
might
Richard
come back
Hammond
now.
was the other
Yeah.
one. Richard the Hamster Hammond was going to be my other one.
I like Richard
I
Hammond.
He's
fucking
alright.
hate Richard.
No, because you see,
Oh no, I'm thinking of Richard Bacon.
you need to
Richard
stop talking.
Bacon. Yeah, he's actually all right. Have you watched his history programs?
I liked it because he got off his head on Blue Peter.
Yeah, he did. He was coked up, wasn't he? Who's the other one? Jamie Theakston?
I remember him, yeah. But fuck it.
He's on
It's
Five
done
Live
now. I'm pissed off about that.
I'm fucking buzzing for that. It's a second win for me. I'm happy with that.
Right, should we put him in?
Yeah.
Give us a piece.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
He's got a crisp wrapper he dropped on the floor.
See you later. I was going
Jeremy
to say
Vine.
Stephen Mulhern.
It's not.
See you
Jeremy
later,
Vine.
Jeremy
Travesty, man.
Vine.
Jeremy Vine. Fuck off, prick.
It's a
In
fucking
Culture Task
travesty.
Corner. Gone.
Gone.
Absolute
He's a prick.
travesty.
He's a
And you
prick.
should have done Sarah Millican last week. If I wouldn't have shifted, none of this would have happened.
Yeah, we would have
Too
actually
soft,
had a
man.
category that isn't like open-ended to fuck. I want B-list presenters. I mean, where the fuck did you come up with that?
Because I saw Amanda Holden, I thought I want to put her in.
So you saw Amanda Holden, thought I'm going to put her in, and then you got the wrong category for the person.
Yeah, but what shall I say? Panelists.
You could have said X Factor judges or something.
Yeah.
I would have been so fucking stuck because I've never watched it.
Right.
I'm fucking devastated.
Get
What
over
we got to go on to?
You
We're
are.
wrapping up.
I can't even be asked anymore. Fuck the band. Fuck it. We're doing some music. Fuck it. Nah. What we got? What we got coming up?
Next Tuesday we got a gig in Totnes at the
See
Barrel
you
House.
next Tuesday, Totnes.
Yeah.
At the Barrel House. Returning. Doing our thing.
Triumphant return.
Skiddy pop pop.
Be good.
Do
to
we
see a
get
lot of
paid
people
for that
there.
one?
No.
You
They,
sound like
paid,
your
they
mother.
paid us good last time now, innit? So we'll do a thing in it.
Stop pausing to read the live chat. Pair of you like leaning in, like.
We'll do that question in a
Say
minute.
what?
All right.
But yeah, don't forget to go and check out the music videos. We've got music videos. They'll flash up at the end of this podcast. And download the EP from the website. It's $3.99. All proceeds go towards us
Paying
doing
rent.
stuff to do with music and the podcast. But we'll do a Christmas special as well in a couple of weeks. We'll do a little jingle for it. But yeah, we're just wrapping up gigs for before Christmas, and then next year we'll do some more bits out and about in the country and in Europe.
We are also now on Patreon.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
What's
Yeah.
that?
What is that,
Patreon
James?
is a subscription-based service where you can support us with money.
Oh, that sounds good.
It does. It sounds
Put your hand in your
It
pocket.
sounds great from our point of view. But I think you can set an amount, but I think it is a monthly payment.
Yeah, it's a
thing.
monthly payment. You're supposed to give stuff in return,
We
exclusive things.
We really need to figure out what we're going to do for people.
But as we grow the podcast, we want to grow like the community in it, and it'd be good if people could contribute to what we're doing in the future, because it can make what we can invest in a bit of equipment and all that, and grow it in it. So yeah, we're on Patreon, so go and check us out on there, the Malthusian Trap. I think most people have checked out the music, but if you haven't, go and fucking listen to the music as well, innit? For fuck's sake.
And share it. Let everybody know how good it is.
But one last question before we go. Yeah. Because this person come late to the party. Change of subject. For your fans, give us an insight into what you do day to day, i.e. what you're doing tomorrow.
I'm going to work.
I'm delivering Amazon parcels at the minute.
And
I crashed my van yesterday.
he fucked his van up.
So I've got to go to London tomorrow to pick another one up.
To buy a Heat magazine.
Which I'm fucking gutted about. Because I've got to get up at 3 o'clock tomorrow morning.
I've got a photo shoot. I've got to meet with a manager. And
Is
then I'm
it-
doing
is this
I'm
one
opening
knob
a
out?
shop.
Is this one knob out, this photo shoot?
What?
Is this photo shoot knob out?
Yeah. Nip-ons.
Nip on.
I'm working tomorrow. I've got a cleaning job. Fucking cleaning some toilets. So that's how fucking rock and roll that is. What a shit question. Don't ask any more questions. We already had 2 questions earlier today anyway, but you couldn't even be asked to tune in. But that's it. We'll be back next week.
Yeah, what about you, Cox? What
I was
doing?
going to say.
Have you not answered yet?
No.
I don't get to answer that.
I thought you said.
I work in TV.
No, you
at the
don't.
minute. Yes, I do.
Every
He's sprucing that off a little
Hang
bit,
on.
though, innit?
What? I
The
shoot for
first
TV,
8
thank you very
podcasts, were, the beginning of the podcasts were all about how you don't have a job.
much. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
at the
all of a
time.
sudden.
It's like fucking
Not all 8. Not all 8, because I had to go away for work. one
fucking
week.
Jeremy Clarkson over here.
No, I'm.
What about your Hermes job?
And I'm also going to start delivering for Hermes.
He's got herpes job.
Herpes.
Don't
So-
be embarrassed of the shit
No,
job.
I'm telling the truth. I'm not exaggerating.
I'm an
at all.
associate, actually.
I'm
Then,
good
in
for
that
you.
case, then a
What
delivery
do you
associate.
mean? I'm not.
That's
I'm
decent.
not. I'm not stretching the truth at all. I am shooting video that is going to go on TV. It's going to be on ITV, on a
Cool.
program which I can't remember the name of.
Are we allowed to say anything about your TV gigs?
Wow.
We've got 2 policies on this show.
No. Whatever.
But yeah, that's
So
what we're doing.
I'm going to be in a warehouse tomorrow shooting food on a table. Great.
Yeah, Damon,
No.
don't you do your plumbing anymore?
I don't know.
He doesn't know fuck all anyway. I had to help him out one time when he done the plumbing. Do you remember?
Yeah,
And you thought he connected it wrong, but
Yeah,
I put
did
you
you?
right.
yeah, that's right.
I remember a mutual friend of ours kicking off at you because you wouldn't get your name put on the side of your van.
My name? I
What
did get my
friend was
van
it?
sign written.
Someone I used to live with.
Who? Matt.
Oh, Matt.
Yeah. I remember he came home one day and he was kicking off because he
I don't
wanted
remember
your
this.
business to be a success, but you refused.
I did end up doing sign writing. I did it, and then I fucked off the business like a month later. But just one last thing that come into my head. Some guy kicked off with me over a conspiracy theory once.
Did they?
Yeah,
Regarding.
you know the 2012 one
2012, end of the world,
Yeah,
Mayan calendar.
in the pub. He's like, "We're gonna batter me," because I said it was bullshit. He wouldn't have battered me, but that just came into my head before when we were talking about lizards and that. That never happened, did it? Anyway,
Yeah, of course it did. We're all actually dead. This is all a fantasy.
no, we can't have a policy-free fucking week. But we might talk about
Maybe we could
Prince
do that.
Andrew.
Maybe we
at
could
some
do that
point.
for the Christmas special.
I think we need to talk about
Well, there's
Princess
a-
Andrew. I was going to say.
There's a
Prince
documentary
Andrew.
on tonight, isn't there? So while we've
Is
been
there?
on, there's been a documentary about it all, and I want to watch it.
Why don't we all watch that and talk about it next week then?
That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
What channel?
Channel 1.
Channel 1.
What's
Channel
it called?
1.
No,
BBC One?
Panorama?
Yeah, is that the
Channel
is that
1.
the old BBC channel?
Yeah, I think it's called BBC One.
Channel 1. But we're going to go anyway, because otherwise we'll just keep talking shit and we'll still
Yeah.
be here at 12. But thanks for watching.
Yeah, nice one.
Send
The
some
second
more
part.
comments and questions for next week.
And although we have been
Thanks
broadcasting
for all the comments.
live, Thank
Shared
you
a
for talking
video.
over me, Douglas.
Sorry. Oh,
I'd also
people
like to
keep
say-
talking over me.
I'd also like to say, and I hope you join in with me, a thank you to all the people that are listening on the Apple podcast, because we have a lot of people listening
Yeah, nice one.
after we're live.
Yeah, thanks
So,
for that as well.
If you listened all the way, thank you.
And
You're
Richard,
listening, I've got a
where was
smile
you
on my
tonight?
face.
Disappointed.
And if you would like to watch the stream live, then subscribe to our YouTube channel, you lazy bastards.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere else people watch it apart from
Spotify, we're on Spotify,
Spotify.
as well.
We don't watch it on
Stitcher.
Spotify. Listen,
listen
this
to
is
it.
the most unsuccinct outro
Yeah, but I
ever.
just think it's nice to thank
Should we
people
start
for
again and just do
listening.
another 2-hour podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck it. Why not? I think that's it.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Nice one.
Yeah, nice
Cheers.
Cheers.
one. Goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen. Alles klar.
You've been listening to Through the Trapdoor podcast with the Malthusian Trap. Now go find us on social media. Join the mailing list at malthusiantrap.co.uk and don't forget to tell your mum.